welcome you to this presentation of the Red Sox against the Tigers, brought to you by Prize Picks. Here is your starting line for the home team. The Detroit Tigers at shortstop batting first, Kevin McGonigal. At center field, batting second, Matt Vierling. At third base, batting third, Colt Keith. At left field, batting fourth, Riley Green. At catcher, batting fifth, Dylan Dingler. At right field, batting sixth, Kerry Carpenter. At second base, batting seventh, Zach McKinstry. At first base, batting eighth, Spencer Torkelson. At designated hitter, batting ninth, Jace Young. And pitching today for the Detroit Tigers, it's the right-hander, Jack Flaherty. Your starting lineup for the Detroit Tigers. It's a 162-game season, but some games are bigger than others. And after last night, oh, this is a big one. A lot of bad blood between these teams after what Valdez did last night. And we're going to see how it all unfolds today as we resume this series between the Red Sox and the Tigers. Appreciate all you guys tuning in for this one, brought to you by Prize Picks. You can use my code HMA. Play 5, get 50 instantly. My name is Jared here, and if you've never been to one of these streams, how it works is like this. Fire away in the chat with any questions you might have. I'll be happy to answer about anything and everything. Any donation, get your question right away. Otherwise, I just go in the order they see them. Vote in that poll. Who do you think wins this one, the Red Sox or the Tigers? If you're a member, you can show us for either one of these teams using emojis in the chat. The 3D doesn't come on until the game actually starts, so I'm getting that up right now. Not that. No, not that. Hang on, give me a second here, guys. There we go. Yeah, 3 doesn't come on until the game starts. So, appreciate all you guys a ton for being here. Yeah, the Tigers broadcast is acting weird right now. I had to flip it to the other one. Goldschmidt, yeah, another thing with the Vrabel situation. It's crazy. It just keeps getting worse. It doesn't make any sense. Priest and Belmar all moved back, so more horses can compete in all 3 races. Belmont won't get moved. Belmont could move back a week, but I think Preakness gets moved. Because this is not good for horse racing. It's not good for horse racing if the winner of the Derby can't compete in the Preakness. Appreciate you, man. Frank, be with you, man. The SL sketch, that was so funny. Yeah, that was so funny. I love the normal girl in that then got kicked out. I love that. So again, appreciate all you guys. You guys made the call on this one. And the next you make the call, every donation counts toward you make the call. Counts as triple. Help me decide which game we're calling Sunday night. Thunder Lakers, Knights Ducks. I'm going to decide which one we're calling. What happened now? Rossini and Vrabel were on a boat together, alone, while she was pregnant. You know, he said eventually, yep. Thoughts on horse racing? Do I believe it's cruel? No, I don't believe it's cruel. I don't believe horse racing is cruel. You know, this is concerning now, yeah. He would not want the crown anyways. All right, starting lineup here. Duran, Contreras, and Abreu for the Red Sox. First pitch is a called strike, and we are underway here at Comerica for this battle between the Red Sox and the Tigers. Duran 0 for 5 last game, but was 3 for 5 in game 1 of the series. I think now owners they want to save the horse so the value keeps, the value goes up. Foul ball down the right field line, 0-2. Yeah, I think Salvini would have done it. I don't think Tempo would have done it. Yeah, beats out for the Sixers. Yeah, he looked rough. Got photographed together again? Yep. Got photographed together again. Yeah, I haven't watched ESPN in a while. Usually don't watch the Red Sox broadcast if I do one of those games. Yeah, the scoreboard looks a lot nicer now. A lot nicer than what it used to be. It was so outdated. Has to keep getting worse. It always finds a way. 0-2. Swing and a miss on the slider. Chased it in the dirt. 3 pitches, 3 strikes, and that's the first out. Duran goes down. What to want to race something? They don't have any ideas. All good. It can come at some point. Writer's block works in mysterious ways. So Contreras coming up. And Jack Flaherty on the bump here, the former Cardinals pitcher, now in his 2nd season with the Tigers. Last time out, 3 2/3, allowed 4 runs. Did not look good against the Rangers. The Tigers have lost each of his last 3 starts. It has not looked the sharpest in that stretch. His last 2 outings have been pretty rough. That one misses down low 1-0. Why receive? Yeah, I have no idea. I have no clue. Yeah, when Sovereignty opted out, the previous out. Yeah. Oh, wait, I already got on that one. Yeah. Is it true because it's out from Paradigm? The Rossini one is, yes. Yeah, Matt Rossini, that one. Yeah, Val suspended 5 games, so he's going to miss, what, 1 start. Hinch is suspended tonight. Flaherty last 2 outings, 10 runs allowed in 5 2/3. An ERA hovering around 16 in that stretch. Obviously, small sample size. Cold strike on the bottom part of the zone, 1-2. All good toasted. Well, we're not going to do OT after this game. We're going to do OT later tonight at like 1 a.m. because I'm going to D-back team after this. 1-2. That's a called strike on the outside corner. Thoughts on PSG? I mean, they score quickly, and that was enough. That's the real final. I think we all know that should be the real final. PSG Bayern was the real final. Atletico Arsenal was kind of a joke. Abreu coming up back-to-back strikeouts for Flaherty to start. And in steps Abreu. 3 for 4 last game with a homer. He's got a hit in both games so far this series. The Cavs cooked? No, it's 1 game. It's 1 game. They're not cooked. Pitch on the bottom part of the zone. Got the call on the 4-seamer. 0-1 the count. How's it going, Detroit? At work, but going to periodically check in. All good. Seems like when you're at work, your teams win. Would you have done the PSG game enough for the workout? Yes, I would have. Yep, I would have done that. Abreu playing pretty well as of late. That's a called strike 0-2. Abreu over his last 12 games, hitting .372 with a 105.8 OPS. He's 16 for his last 43. And he's getting on board 50% of the time in his 54 plate appearances. But Flaherty's ahead in the count. He's ahead 0-2. He's got 2 strikeouts so far. Won't get the 3rd there. That fastball misses outside 1-2. Oh, I don't think Soto said no. I don't think that. No, I don't even want to speculate on that. I mean, everything was consensual between the guys so far. 1-2 the count. Swing and a miss. Got him on the slider. The 2nd time that Flaherty got the strikeout on the slider. 3 up, 3 down, 3 strikeouts. Great start for Flaherty after back-to-back really bad outings. Needed that. Need to get off to a good start here, and he does just that. Number 1 song on the day of my video. If you haven't seen it, click that link above. Or below. I don't know where comments are pinned anymore. All good, JP, on that one. We talk about a bizarre situation involving John Malkovich, who decided to feed his players dog biscuits to teach them about Pavlov. No, she's not that stupid, no. Don't say for the final, that's good. Man, number 1, 84. November 84. Late November 84. Oh, man. I'm going to guess Wake Me Up Before You Go Go. I don't know if that's going to be right or not, but I'm going to go Wake Me Up Before You Go Go. Yeah, Herbert has more music video appearances than his playoff wins. God, I love it. Why Madison Beer? That's my other thing. Like, she doesn't exactly have the best reputation. At least she didn't have the best reputation when she was younger. She grew up on Long Island. I heard stories. Purple Rain never hit number 1, oddly enough. Purple Rain never hit number 1. Yeah, which live streams had closed captioning? I would love that, too. Give the Braves their first series loss. About time they lost the series. Yeah, Purple Rain, I don't know how, but it never hit number 1. Careless Whisper was 85. But that did hit number 1. Yeah, Careless Whisper was after Wake Me Up Before You Go Go. So I know it's not Careless Whisper. I just gotta do more stories from, like, December of the 2020s. Because then the easy answer is it's gonna be All I Want for Christmas Is You. I mean, it's early. There's 2 on, but there's 1 out, and he's ahead in the count 0-2. It's very early on. You get Alonso out, you're fine. And just as I say that, wow. Well, my bad on that. My bad. I might have just jinxed it. That's a 3-run shot by Alonso, yep. I was going to say overreaction, but yeah. Never mind. Sonny Gray on the bump. He got activated off the IL. Yeah, late OT tonight after the game. Yep. So Sonny Gray, this is first outing since the Tigers game back on April 20th. That curveball misses outside 1-1. Gray, last time out before going on the IL, 2 2/3, 1 run allowed, 3 hits against the Tigers. Yeah, the injury. Surprised at the amount of National Braves fans? No, not at all. First off, Ted Turner, rest in peace, absolute legend. He changed broadcasting forever. Without him, I don't know where anything would be without Turner. But I'm not surprised because the Braves had a national TV deal, so people could watch all around the country. It's the same thing with the Cowboys. The Cowboys, they were on CBS all the time in the late 70s. So they got a huge fan base that way. Yeah, Fly Fuse punched me in the face. Yep. 2-1. That curveball on the, or cutter, I should say, on the upper part of the zone. Got the call 2-2. Toronto gets to pick who they give their 27 first round pick to if it's in the top 10. Loser gets 28 first round. If it's not top 10, next year Flyers get. Yeah, the NHL, you would think for a trade that was announced like 2 years ago that the NHL would have figured it all out before yesterday. That curveball just misses a bit upstairs. It's a full count. Yeah, Woo needed that one. Yep. Woo needed that one. So no, I'm not surprised they had a national fan base. Because back then, you have to remember, back then it was a very different era. Before TBS, Caribbean Queen, great song. Saw him live. 3-2, that's popped up. It's going to stay fair down the third base line, but making the easy out is Durbin. And that's out number 1. Long at bat for McGonigal. What do other teams do what the Braves do? I mean, well, it costs a lot of money. Also, I mean, now it's a lot different. But back then, there was no internet. Back then, there was no internet, and there were only a couple of TV channels. And sports, you only saw pretty much the game of the week, and you saw your local team, and that's it. Back then, 0-1, called strike, that was a disgrace to his family, the Makovic thing. Indians have big national following. The Guardians, no, they do not. Like, back then, it was a very different era. So back then, let's say, I mean, I'm a Jaguars fan in Arizona. Let's pretend, for the sake of this, is Veerling. Into left center, is that going to get down? It will not. Good jump on that one by Duran for the second out. Like, let's say, back then, let's say I live in Arizona, and I'm a Mets fan. I move out to Arizona for law school. I love it out here, but I'm a Mets fan. Let's just pretend I'm a Mets fan. I'm living in the 1980s. I don't get to watch any of my games. I don't get to watch the Mets play. I cannot watch a single Mets game except for if they have a national game. If they're lucky enough to have a national game, I can watch that and any playoff games. Other than that, can't watch a single Mets game. That was a cold strike down the middle, 0-1 to Cole Keith. What Ted Turner did, he created a cable station. So as long as you had cable, you could watch the Braves anywhere. So the Braves were always on. And that's how they got a huge fan base. It also helped, too, with the Braves that there were no teams in the South. Like, the Braves controlled the South because there were no teams in the South. The Marlins didn't exist. The Rays didn't exist. Right, that's why the NFL's king, National Broadcasting Games. Yep, that's what Rozelle was very smart with. One of the first things he did back in the early 60s was we're not going to have regional TV deals. We're going to have national TV deals. 0-1, Keith fouls it off on the high fastball, 0-2. That was one of the smartest things Rozelle ever did. Everyone had a regional TV deal back then. And Rozelle said, look, you might lose money now. You're going to lose money now. But I promise you, for the greater good, trust me on this. We're going to pull it all together and make a national TV deal. And it worked beautifully. 0-2. Keith lays off the sweeper in the dirt, 1-2. Like, that was such a smart move. Because, I mean, back then, like, teams had different rules of blackouts. The Rams were showing their games even when they were at home, which never happened because of the blackout rules back then. But the Rams were like, screw it, we're going to do it. 1-2. How's it going, Stefan? Need Phillies and Yanks to win $170. Man, if they do what I want to cut. Fouled off. 1-2 remains the count. Keith, 1 for 2 last time out. Didn't play yesterday. Cole Keith, very good start to the season. Expected batting average of .298. That's in the 92nd percentile. He's behind 1-2. He's going to lift it into left. Duran underneath it, though, and he's been a busy man this sitting, but he gets the out. 3 up, 3 down for the Tigers. Solid start for both starting pitcher. I mean, it might be something to look into. It might be something to look into. I mean, there's going to be more details coming out, Toasted. And we'll see what happens when they come out. Top 10 smartest moves in recent sports history? Ooh, I mean, the Texans trading Deshaun Watson. Right, it's usually do national broadcasts for games to have it once a day instead of every day or every other day, but still, yeah. Like, look at MLB right now. Half the teams don't have regional TV deals. Like, MLB didn't do that, and now look at them. Half the teams don't have original TV deals, and the ones that do are just pulling away from the field. Which universally despised song do I think is overhated? I mean, I love We Built This City by Starship. I think Baby is a great song, too, by Justin Bieber. Like, that's a fun song to sing. A franchise tag for football, men's and women's basketball? You gotta have a union. Capping what a player can make, that's not allowed. You're not allowed to do that. Now, you can do it in pro sports because they have unions that agree on that, but there's no union of college players, so it's not going to happen. Hey, Holster, yeah, that's a great song. NBA without Turner? I could not, no. I could not. Turner changed the game. Oh, for leagues? Oh, like recent? Oh, man, recent. I mean, I think the Savannah Bananas Banana Ball taking less money from national TV partners to put all their games on YouTube for free has helped a ton. Will Knicks win tonight? Yes, I do. I think the Knicks win tonight. Yeah, Baby's overhated. Yeah, is it good? Not really as bad as everyone says. Absolutely not. I think it's a great song. You mind if football was huge because back for Sunday Ticket, that was the only way to watch certain teams and players. Yep. That was it. The only out-of-market games you got, we got the National Game of the Week. You got, but in New York, you didn't get a National Game of the Week. You just got the Jets and the Giants, and that was it. Hey, pitch clock, yeah. Everything baseball did to speed up the game. Yeah, pitch clock. 0-1 the count to Story. You got Thanksgiving, playoffs, the National 425. That was it. Right, it was mostly taped to late before Turner. Yeah, in the 70s, they were doing the NBA Finals like 11:30 at night. Story fouls off down the right field line 0-2. Yeah, the hate for that has gone down time. Oh, yeah, big time. Well, when Bieber got more respected as an artist, that's when it went down. Well, I think people look back at it now, it's like, you know what, that was a pretty fun song, a pretty catchy song. But when you combine the music video with Bieber Mania being huge, there was a bit of overexposure with Bieber at the time because he kind of burst on the scene in fall 09, then January 2010. Baby comes out immediately, and it's like, yeah. 0-2. Knuckle curve outside, 1-2. Story lays that one off. Trevor Story, veteran shortstop. He's running a nice little hitting streak right now. Story's got hit in each of his last 6 games. He's risen his average in that stretch from 191 to 209. He's sitting 292 over his last 6 games. You know, the Marlins might be in some trouble. 1-2 the count. The pitch to Story. Yeah, Turner changed everything. Swing and a miss on the 4-seamer. The Red Sox have not put a ball in play yet. 4 up, 4 down, 4 strikeouts. What a start for Flaherty. He's been struggling like crazy as of late. You're never able to tell by this start. Yeah, 100 years ago, college football was bigger nationally than the NFL, which made sense because NFL, I mean, a lot of the top guys, the quality was better for college than NFL because pro sports were not a viable way to make money. So the best quality was college. Since ball sack and sack still play each other. Oh, I'm going ball sack game. That's the ball sack game. We're going with that. 1-0, that pitch misses in the dirt. Oh, yeah, Atlanta's a big market. Atlanta's a big market. And it's also a big transportation hub. That's the other thing. Big market, big transportation hub, and there's not a lot of competition. Or at least there wasn't back then. Called strike on the top part of the zone, 1-1. Peanut butter cookies last night, can't stop eating them. Man, yeah. Munchkins are my weakness. Like, in terms of desserts, I can stop eating cookies. They fill me up pretty quickly. Munchkins are my weakness for that. Right, Reg Range and Jim Thorpe. Yep. That's a called strike on the outside corner. 1-2. Current matchups. I know the Defenders, Battlehawks, Storm, and the Renegades would be the 4 teams. 1-2. In the dirt on the knuckle curve. Lays it off 2-2. Did you watch the Derby? Yeah, that was incredible. They went 4 wide at the end. It was a bad start for Renegade. I thought he had a chance to win after that horrible start because he got boxed up at the 1. I think if he was not on the 1, he would have won that race. Do you think he beat Skeens? No. No, we got the win last night. That's what we needed. I'm just going to appreciate greatness tonight. I'm expecting nothing, especially with Alec Thomas in the lineup in the 9 spot. I think it's kind of an albatross at this point. Fouled off down the right field line 2-2. I'm going to appreciate greatness tonight. I get a chance to watch Paul Skeens play, and I'm just going to appreciate greatness and hope we put up a fight. Because I'm not expecting much. 2-2. Yoshida. Cold strike 3 on the bottom inside part of the zone. 5 batters faced, 5 strikeouts. What a start for Jack Flaherty. On the inside corner against Yoshida, who was 2 for 4 last time out. In comes Rafaela. He's been very good as late this series. He's 5 for 10 with 4 RBI. First pitch to him. That knuckle curve misses down low. 1-0 the count. Yeah, Grange was the first free agent. Yep, 70 years before it became the standard. Yep. Yep, into left center. Yep, this could be another drunk game, Jackson, like yesterday. Another high-scoring drunk game. 1-0. Rafaela takes a cold strike on the bottom part of the zone. 1-1 on the fastball. Rafaela's been sharp as of late. That one check swing. It's going to stay fair, but Torque scoops it up and steps on the bag himself. I was going to say, Rafaela with a 9.28 OPS his last 9 games. Won't get on there. The first ball put in the field of play. It's a check swing. And Torque steps on the bag. 3 up, 3 down. What a start for Flaherty. 5 strikeouts through the first 6 batters. We go bottom 2. Remains scoreless here at Comerica. A lot of people shame husbands for their wives cheating on them. Oh, they shouldn't. They shouldn't. It's the person that cheated that should be at fault. Oh, I thought you heard us say think D-backs won. No, D-backs won yesterday, which was great. Eduardo Rodriguez is an all-star. I have the scorecards. Yes, I do follow that. Yes. Yeah, last Big Four, NFL was like maybe players get to choose where they play. Yeah. Well, I mean, MLB was the first only because they got sued to oblivion for that. There was a whole lawsuit about that. I think NFL was like, okay, this could get out of hand because we have a lot more players. I don't think we win. But Eduardo Rodriguez is an all-star, which is crazy. I never thought I'd say that at the start of the season, but Eduardo Rodriguez is an all-star. Do I like Diana Rossini? Why would I appreciate a cheater who's a terrible reporter? Well, no, I think Rossini sucks. I've said it for a while. I've said since 2019 that she sucks. Like, I prayed on her downfall for a while. I didn't expect this, but... yeah, last night's game was insane. We go bottom 2, 4, 5, 6 hitters due up here. It's Green, Dingler, and Carpenter. And this stream brought to you by Prize Picks. Use my code H. May play $5, get 50 instantly. Appreciate all you guys being here for this one. We'll do OT after later tonight when I get back from the D-backs game. Probably around 1 a.m. Eastern time. Was that 5 straight guys for the Marlins to get on board? Man. Where reserve clause made sense back when baseball had no money and fear of one guy like Root in a ridiculous market, yeah. And competing leagues, too. But by the 70s, yeah, completely obsolete. Green, first pitch, outside, takes it 1-0. Riley Green's got a hit in both games so far this series. He's 2 for 7 this series. Green's been pretty sharp ever since that slow start to the season in that series against the Padres. Sitting .311 his last 34 games, and that's a good hit. Into left center off the wall. That's going to be extra bases. And Riley Green, 109 off the bat. Leadoff double. Green's been making good contact this season. Hard hit percentage, 88th percentile. It's the first base runner of the game for either side. His 10th double of the season, Riley Green. He's got a hit in every game this series. And that will send the 5-hitter Dingler up to bat as finally we have a base runner for either side. Dingler's caught every game so far this series. He's running a 5-game hitting streak. He's got a 944 OPS his last 5 games. Yeah, Embiid is out. Yep. It's not over because the series does go back to Philly, but yeah, I mean, the Knicks, I had Knicks in 5. Yeah, Ruth and Williams and Mays were on the open market. They would make inflation-adjusted salaries that make the Dodgers blush. Yeah, remember that the Red Sox trade Ruth for cash. It's like, we kind of need cash right now. Yeah, the Marlins game is drunk. It's going to be 3-3. Man, 6 straight guys get on board. 0-1. Swing and a miss on the sinker on the outside corner. 0-2. A good thing we did not do the Marlins game, because that's going to take a while, I can tell. 0-2. So far this season, after falling behind the count 0-2, I will give Dingler credit. He's finding a way to get on board. After falling behind the count 0-2, he's got an OPS of 741. That is not bad at all. Especially when you're in a pitcher's count. 1-2 as he lays off that pitch. People call the Travis Hunter trade disaster. It's been one season. Overreaction. He's looked dominant when he's been on the field. 1-2. That one misses on the sweeper. 2-2. Look, I think you ask any Jaguars fan, would you do the trade again? I think 95% of people are saying yes. It's been one season. It's not like he looked bad when he was on the field. He looked great when he was on the field. Like, I'm really excited about Travis Hunter. 2-2. Like, I've had skepticism about first years before. 2-2. Dingler. Fly ball. Popped up behind first base in foul territory. Contreras underneath it for the easy first out. Based on vertigo right now? Yep, I don't blame you. Like, Travis Hunter is, like, naturally gifted. Like, there's some guys that I watch as high draft picks that the Jaguars have made, and I kind of have to cope. Well, okay, maybe they could be good. Like, okay, they showed, like, a flash, like a once-a-month flash. Like, if they can just be consistent. Like, they're players I've had to do that with. Not Travis Hunter. No, this guy's legit. Carpenter, first pitch. In there for a cold strike 0-1. Can Canadians win tonight? Keep it competitive? I don't see why not. I don't see why they can't win tonight. Says because YouTube channel, Black and White Sports, are claiming the Jags are in damage control mode? What? Damage control mode? For one season where he looked good? I don't even know what that means. 0-1. Carpenter. I was thinking about Travis Hunter. Chops it fell on the first base line. Right, it might have been worth the value of picks. Right, that's a different story. And then we got the videos of Mike and Diana. Investigative reporters. It's investigative reporting at its finest. Right, you could argue whether the trade-up, or it's like, okay, did they give a lot of pieces? You can argue that, but how is it damage control? I'm confused by that. 0-2. That's a called strike on the curveball on the outside corner. Yeah, take it from like a Jaguars fan. I tell like it is with the Jaguars. Yeah, it's not a disaster. No, not at all. Look, we love Travis Hunter here. We love him. Look, take it from a Jaguars fan that watched every snap and follows the team closely. And I tell like it is. Like, you guys know, I don't sugarcoat. I'm not a pessimist, but I'm also not an optimist. I'm pretty realistic with my Jaguars. Maybe even more on the pessimistic side, just because I've seen a lot of crap. But I would 100%. I would let you know if I like have second thoughts about Hunter. No, not at all. If this happened in the 90s or 80s, would they be able to get away with cheating? I mean, there still were private investigators and cheating allegations back then. So, I mean, probably not. 1-0, upstairs 2-0. Look, just because, if you're sloppy now, you were sloppy back then. I'll put it that way. That pitch misses upstairs to McKinstry. Same below the Mendoza line this season. McKinstry, 0 for 4 yesterday. Only game he played so far this series with a pair of strikeouts. Has not played well as of late. McKinstry in his last 8 games, hitting just 120. He's 3 for his last 25 with an OPS of 314. That pitch misses down low 3-0. I've seen this move before in 2018, 2023. With the off seasons, yes. I think it's a bit of both. I think it's a little bit of both sports talk. So in terms of the off season and all that, as that pitch misses inside, 4 straight balls thrown to McKinstry, gets on board with 2 out, 2 on. Torque coming up before a first summer pick out of ASU. Right, they went to Public Resort. Yeah, that was their first mistake. I'm dizzy too. Like 2018, there was the elephant in the room of, okay, is Blake Bortles any good? 2023, it was, we're changing the coaching staff. Press Taylor is going to call the plays. Oh, this is odd. This year, it's like we're just running it back with the guy that we believe in as a franchise quarterback. So that pitch misses outside. 5 straight balls thrown. Dealing with the bottom of the order here is Sonny Gray. His first game back off the IL. I think that's the difference. Like, cautiously optimistic. Yeah, I mean, I'm cautious. Obviously, Titans got a lot better. Texans, I mean, as long as Stroud doesn't suck, that team's great. That division's going to be tough this year. Cold strike on the outside part of the zone, 1-1. And we play the NFC East. That's a tough division. So I'm not going like, oh, we're 15-2, we're going to the Super Bowl. But I think we're going to be good. Can the Jags win the Super Bowl? They can. I mean, would I bet on it? No, but 1-1, that pitch, one hopper in the dirt on the sweeper. 2-1. Are we throwing in reverse? Oh, Diana, 100%. She's going to get reversed. 100%. Look, I don't see what the Jags can't. They won 13 last year. They have a franchise quarterback. They're bringing back their starting lineup from last year. They raised the floor this offseason. Didn't get any new starters, but they raised the floor. They get some guys back that 2-2. Like, BTJ was battling with an injury all season. Travis Hunter's back. Like, we've got pieces. Am I saying we're going to win it? No, but can they? I mean, I don't see why not. Look, who were the Seahawks winning the Super Bowl last year? If you told someone last year the Super Bowl was going to be Seahawks-Patriots, I don't think anyone would believe you. That pitch, another one hopper in the dirt on the sweeper. He is not connecting on that sweeper. It's a full count. It's a nice little play with the Marlins on that lineout. Right, no, that's why he did a 10-day 3 of the draft, Toasted. Right, he wants to fix the marriage. Might be too little too late, but that's why he did counseling. The 2-hour counseling session. I can run off the Colts. I'm okay running off the Colts. 3-2. That pitch misses down low on the sinker. And Gray cannot find the strike zone as he's loading up the bases, and Torque, who's done nothing this series, he's 0 for 7 with 5 strikeouts. He gets on board, and now a mound visit here. Seahawks going back-to-back. They got Jadarian Price. I mean, the jury's out on Price. We've never seen a running back get drafted that high with that little of a sample size. Like, he can play, but obviously he's never been the feature back. No, I don't think Wisconsin at all, no. Oh, that... We'll see on that one, Toasted. I have no clue. I have no clue. So, bases loaded here for Young. This will be his 5th at-bat of the season. He's 1 for 4. A former first-round pick by the Tigers back in 22. It has not been a great career for him so far. Been a disappointment. A negative WAR so far in his career. He's got a chance with the bases loaded to bring home his first run of the season. First pitch. That's curveball misses inside and low. 1-0. And Gray, after a good start to this game, cannot find the zone. Young is 0 for 4 lifetime with the bases loaded. Right, no, they're not locked for 4th now. The Colts are square looking out the window, yes. 1-0, pop foul, 1-1. No, Toasted. I don't think that. I mean, that's a private thing between two people versus stuff that impacts the entire country. That's very different. One. McGonigal on deck. Young into right center, and that is going to not get down. Sliding grab in shallow right center. Abreu comes in to make the play, and Gray gets out of a jam. A phenomenal play in right by Wilyer Abreu. Somehow got under that without trapping it. Catches it cleanly, and the Tigers leave him loaded. We go top 3. No score. Would he get fired if he lies in court? Well, why would that could be a problem. You bullet dodge there. Yep, you're not kidding there. Not kidding on that. Some friends are inconsistently good, have a hard time with expectations. Yep. Oh, I get that completely. Right, taking AR 4th wasn't the issue. It was forced into play right away. Yep, week 1 starting week 1 was not a smart move. Extended bro, yeah, that was a great grab. Will make more people set? I don't even know at this point. I honestly don't even know. I think it depends who the president is. At this point, I don't even know. So going Jags first till Stroud shows me he can play quarterback. I mean, that's fair. That's fair. Believe me, I hope we get first. I really hope we get first, but it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. That is a tough division. Because the Texans' run defense just got a heck of a lot better. Every starter is locked up until 2027 except for To'o. Like, they've got dogs on that defense. As long as Stroud doesn't suck. If Stroud plays like he did in 23, that's the best team in football. I hate that I'm saying that. But if you get rookie Stroud... Yeah, Lawrence looked very good second half of last year. Once he learned the playbook and once Jacoby Myers came in and could actually catch passes over the middle of the field, yeah, he looked very good. Yeah, the development of Richardson was not great. But we all knew he was raw going out. I was happy when the Colts drafted him as a Florida fan because I'm like, I know, like, he's not ready right now. Meyer up to bat. First pitch called, strike 0-1. Sorry about the Cubs sweeping you. They're sweeping everyone right now. Those games are always drunk in Wrigley. Those Wrigley games between us are always drunk. If you're able to have the motivated players, we've seen job to be honest with the public. Yeah, exactly. Two very different things. Fouled off 0-2. Two very different things. It Twins up 1-0. All right, early on there. Right, the pitching can't stay healthy, yeah. Well, NFC East is pretty good, JP, too. NFC East is pretty good. Yeah, they got into O-line help. Yeah, needed that. 0-2. Meyer lays off the four-seamer outside. Flaherty, 5 strikeouts the first 6 batters faced. 6 up, 6 down to start. I'm pretty sure I got stuff for 2, and if you like, we see that like button, subscribe, helps out on the channel. 1-2 the count. And that one, off the glove of the third baseman. Shift was on, but Keith couldn't make the diving grab. It goes off his glove. Hard hit ball. Off the bat, and the Red Sox have a base runner on for the first time today. Leadoff man aboard. And in comes Narvaez in the 8th spot. Taylor Swift. Oh, easily Taylor Swift. Easily, it sounded close, actually. The average American doesn't know who Mike Vrabel is before this. Everyone, even if you live under a rock, knows who Taylor Swift is. It's a very clear top 5, very clear bottom 3. I'm with you there. First pitch, four-seamer on the outside corner, got the call 0-1. Right, he owned up to it. Yeah, he did. Didn't own up to it. Why don't people make his... Because that's not the same thing, Toasted. Yeah, I think so too, JP. Yeah, the gap between top 5 and bottom 3 is bigger than first and fifth. Yep. 0-1 the count. Narvaez lays off the pitch outside. He was 0 for 3 on Monday. Didn't play yesterday in this series. Because Rossini is a journalist, and that's like the number 1 rule of journalism is you can't do that with your sources. People cheat all the time. It sucks, but people cheat all the time. It's a lot different when your job literally requires you to not cheat. 1-1. That one fouled off 1-2. It's almost like asking, like, if, let's say, Taylor Swift does a concert and it comes out that she lip-sync everything versus me, like, with my, like, just lip-syncing to a song in the car. Like, yeah, there's a very different thing. Very different standards. Fouled off behind on plate 1-2. Like, it's a very different thing. Toasted. Right, you can't do whataboutism, no. No, you can't do that. It's not just your average affair. This is not your regular affair. 1-2. Narvaez fouls it off again. Hit and run was on. We'll try again. There's a very clear reason. Yep. Yeah, that's why. Yep. That's why Toasted. Yep. That's exactly why. Yep. 1-2. That one fouled off again. Because there's nothing about an NBA player. There's no rule if you're an NBA player that says you can't cheat. There's no rule against that. Journalists, that's very, very different. 1-2 the count. Like, if Rossini was not a journalist, if Rossini was just a random civilian, this would have blown over by now. 1-2, that hits him. Narvaez takes that pitch on the elbow, and we'll get on board the painful way. After fouling off quite a few pitches, he gets on board. Bottom of the order putting in work right now. Right, also led to that sports dog. Yep, that's the other thing. With 6 up, 6 down, but the bottom of the order putting in work. Work in the pitch count. Narvaez taking that one right below the elbow. And now Caleb Durbin was 2 for 5 yesterday. Flaherty's in some trouble right now. Clean start to the game. Oh, Sabres game started. I thought that started at 7:30. Wait, I gotta put that on. I thought that was a 7:30 start. Okay, let me put that on. First pitch in the dirt on the slider. Runners will hold. Good block there behind the plate by Dingler. Bills up 1-0. The rare 1-point safety. Hang on. TNT. Why do I think that? Because Taylor Swift is like God. That's why. 1-0 the count. Durbin going to try to bunt his way on. Or at least advance the runners. He pops it fouled on the first base line. 1-1. So that also, like, Taylor Swift is like the biggest celebrity on the planet. That's very different. Right, exactly, Isaac. Yep. That's why toasted. One. Durbin swinging a miss on the four-seamer on the outside part of the zone. 1-2. Durbin 2 for 5 yesterday. Check swing on the slider. Did he go? I don't think he did. A 2-2. No, not all toasted. No, not even close. Right, that's Stephanie. Yeah, exactly. 2-2. Mullen should intentionally walk Pete every time. You know, it's not the worst idea. Kelsey changed jersey? No. No chance. 2-2. Durbin lays off the knuckle curve in the dirt. 3-2. Still no outs this inning. Flaherty's in some trouble. Flaherty's had trouble with control this year. 25 walks in 29 innings entering this game. We're averaging about a walk per inning. That's not good. 3-2 pop foul. Is that going to get out of play? It will not, but a drop ball by Torque. Torque tried to get it as he was going to the dugout, and it goes off his glove, so we stay alive. Any games where the Pats are playing? Am I going to any? No. I don't live in Boston. And I don't really have a desire to go to games not involving my team. Why never go to the Super Bowl? I don't want to go unless the Jaguars are in it. 3-2. Flaherty delivers. Ball down the left field line. That is going to stay fair. 106 off the bat. First 3 guys get on board. Durbin in the 9 spot. 1 will come across. The other will hold at third. It's a double for Durbin. The Red Sox strike first. 1-0. His 7th double of the year, and that's going to go back to the top of the order for Duran. Second time through. So the Super Bowl is one of those things that, at the end of the day, it's just another game. I like throwing the party. I like the TV experience of it. If the Jags are in it, different story, but... Duran, ground ball. Torque will make the play. Runners will hold. It did not leave the infield. Entire glass now. And that's the first out. Would it go as fan 12 Rabel? No, he can't even hear me. No. Contreras coming up. Flaherty's not been good this season. Can he get out of this jam? That one's down the left field line. Goes foul. 0-1 for Contreras. 2 in scoring position. This season, Flaherty about the same first time through as he is the second time through. 235 average first time through, 234 second time through. Valdez, oh no. Opposing fans will boo me, yes. Absolutely. 0-1 the count. That'll do my job for me. Contreras just get out of the infield. Can't do it there. Fouled off 0-2. You can hold until 1. That's not bad. If you can hold until 1, that is not bad. Just got to get this out of the infield. If I was like heaven for you, it's like hell yes. Oh, you are not kidding on that with Twitter. Oh my goodness. It was like a whole nother world on For You. It's a whole nother world. 0-2. Fouled off. Like following it's like, oh, like sports news and everything. And then For You was like, oh, you looked at this tweet for like 1 second longer than you normally look at tweets. We're gonna give you like 30 tweets that are tangentially related to that. They're just rage bait. Like, really? 0-2. Contreras lays off the knuckle curve outside and low. 1-2. Who's more hated right now? I think Vrabel, actually. Yes, and the ball connected. Yeah. Yeah, 3D cast can be weird at times. I know which one do you like better? I know like a lot of you watch Dr. D, and Dr. D is great. He does the strike zone cam. I do the batter cam, so you can follow the batter, because anything in play, it looks better here on batter cam. But if I want me to change the view, I will do that. 2-2 the count. As that pitch misses low and outside. These knuckle curves are nowhere close. And Flaherty's having trouble finding the zone. FL suspends Vrabel fiction. He didn't violate any rules. Unless it was tampering. Unless they find like tampering with Rossini to get A.J. Brown. Unless they find a conspiracy for that. Which is going to be really hard to prove. It's going to take a long time to prove that. Unless that happens, no. They have no method to suspend him. 2-2. Outside 3-2 on the four-seamer. The only way he gets suspended is if they find that, oh, he conspired with Rossini so that A.J. Brown would join his team. Yep, it's designed to keep you miserable? Yep. It is designed. Yep. Like, it thinks like you want politics all the time, and it's crazy. It's like, I just want to, like, look at my feed for sports. For sports news. And sports takes. Like, I don't really... 3-2. Contreras. That will get out of the infield, and that will not get down. Great grab there by Veerling. He'll throw home, but the throw's not in time. So, sack fly. Contreras does his job, and it's 2-0. Runner will advance to third. He's started well into existence yet. Sixers bear without Embiid. Oh, I don't know about that. I don't think they win Game 7 without Embiid. I mean, at the end of the day, Embiid, whether he deserved the MVP award or not, he still is a... When he's healthy, he is still a top 10, top 15 player in the league. Yeah, it turns out Dig was innocent. Yeah, she should be punished. Like, she should be in jail. Like, that case was always weird because she always seemed to offer rocker. The dance video, the fact that she, like, couldn't tell a story straight, I mean, that was a very quick deliberation. Diggs has still done some really bad stuff, but, man, that was very much not... Diggs was blackmail there. Are you good on that one, Michael? You're good on that one. Should suspend as she's a reporter what he did is infect the integrity of the NFL. I don't know about that. Fouled off 0-2. Second again, I'll play it will. Down the left field line. Yeah, Red Sox. Where do you draw the line with reporter? That's the other thing, too. Where do you draw the line with reporter? Anyone can be a reporter nowadays. And maybe back in the 70s, when it was in a fine position, but now anyone can be a reporter. Like, if the affair was with someone on Barstool, it's like, they're technically reporters. 1-2, that pitch in the dirt. Flaherty's wasting a lot of pitches in the dirt as of late. Yeah, 24/7 News was one of those be careful what you wish for kind of things. So the genius idea, in theory, it's like there's news, like the world doesn't sleep. there's, like, when we're asleep, people are awake elsewhere and vice versa. Like, there's always news. Let's report on it. 1-2, fouled off. We can give attention to other stories as a result that we wouldn't be able to give attention to before with a 30-minute window. And then it got out of hand. Then it was like, okay, what if we then stop reporting news and just sensationalize everything? A beat reporter, I don't think so. No, this would still be a problem. 1-2. Abreu fouls it off again. Red Sox taking a lot of pitches. They're battling on 2 strikes. Much more patient approach this second time around. It's one of those things that sounds good in theory, but then you realize, oh wait, a lot of news is negative. And if you just have negativity 24/7, it's like, this might not be good. Abreu into right center field, but making the play in front of the track for the 3rd out is Veerling. Red Sox get 2 across. We're getting the first 3 men on board. We'll go bottom 3, 2-0 Red Sox in front. Yeah, Alonso up. Yeah, all the bases are empty. Bases are empty at the start of the inning. Campaigning hard? I mean, it's $50,000. I mean, if I'm following the hashtag. I'm seeing what other people are posting. I mean, I think I'd be very qualified for that job. Look, do I expect to get it? Of course not. There's going to be so many people that are campaigning for it. There's going to be so many people. But I feel like I do a pretty good job. Yeah, exactly, Sports Up. Yep, of mice and men very much apply here. It's like, look, I'm going to campaign. If you're telling me I can get $50,000 to go back to New York where I grew up for a month and just eat New York pizza while watching the World Cup, which I was doing anyways. Like, yeah, do exactly what you normally do, except go back to the city you grew up in, and we'll give you $50,000. Of course I'm going to campaign hard for it. I think it'd be crazy not to. I think you'd be absolutely crazy not to campaign hard for it. Do I expect to get it? Of course not. With how much I've talked about Fox. Then I'm like, oh yeah, let's check his channel out. Oh, we did a whole 30-minute video bashing Mike Goldberg and how our broadcast sucked. Oh yeah, he's disqualified. I'm not expecting to get it, but might as well throw my hat in. The worst thing that happens is I say no. Am I rooting for Vrabel's failure? I mean, I don't like the Patriots just because they broke my heart too much. They win too often. Tigers have hired Doof to build a pitchinator. Well, we did that email yesterday. That was a good one. The platypus. You CNN all day, every day, the week after the election. Oh yeah, with the results. Oh yeah, I remember that too. Or MSNBC because Kornacki. I like Kornacki and King. I like both of them for the maps, but I mean, just to watch Kornacki do his thing. I got the resume for it. Look, they want content creation. They want someone that has a following, has content creation. Like, you know what? I'm going to throw my resume out there, show you what I do, show you my passion for sports and the energy you're going to get, and we're just going to see what happens. One other count. I got that World Cup ball as a gift for Christmas from my mom and my dad. I wouldn't win Sarah Bradshaw's money if I applied. Fly ball, shallow left field, and takes all of 2 pitches to get McGonigal out. Second time through the order now. Send a tweet to Chris Thompson, put a good word for you. Yeah, that's the other thing, too. Kornacki and color. That could be interesting. The funniest outcome would be if I do that and then call the games and they're like, wait, you're better than Chris Myers. You want a job? I remember that, too, Toasted. Yep. But they were never going to get him. He was always going to go to the Patriots. Keep the phone in the background for the soccer teams? Yes. Yeah, I got that photo as a gift a while ago. I never hung it up. Just didn't have space to hang it up. It's a call ball 1-0. But that was from the team that won the championship in 2020. That was right after the Joe Bryan free kick, which is for my money, that's one of the greatest plays of all time in the history of soccer. The Joe Bryan free kick at midfield. 1-1 the count. Like, I was losing my mind when that happened. Felt weird, too, because the season started for the Premier League 3 weeks after that. It's like, okay, now we have to, gut this entire team. We did it, thank God, but we got to gut this entire team now. 1-2 the count. Called strike on the off-speed pitch. Veerling will step out of the box for a little bit. Like, get on that right post. Sabres just attacking that right post. Yep, right. They won the playoff. Right, that was a playoff. Yeah. Right, they didn't win the championship. They won the playoff. Right, the game against Brentford at Wembley. Yeah. And they did not look at the first 90 minutes of that game. Veerling into left field. That's going to get down. Could be extra bases if Veerling hustles. Barehanded grab by Duran. The throw in time, but safe. Good slide by Veerling. They might challenge this. It was close, but I think he got in the nick of time. And Veerling's on board with a 1-out double. Although they're going to review this. Hang on a second. Red Sox going to challenge. Oh, you know, it'd be much better Southern Report. Yeah. Right, we've made the playoff final twice and won both. Yeah, it showed because he got relegated immediately. Yeah, God bless Scott Parker. That roster was too good to get relegated. Like, you look at that roster, you're like, how the heck did they get relegated? It's like, oh, Scott Parker, that makes sense. Let's double check. Again, Red Sox challenging. And he is... Well, I don't know when that foot came down. That's going to be close. I need the reverse angle. All right, here we go. That is... No, he's safe. He's safe. Is he safe on the cartoon replay? I think he is. I don't think the glove grazed his knee. The throw was in time, but I don't think the glove grazed his knee. Were they going to say it did? I did not see enough to overturn that, but they are going to overturn it. Again, great throw by Duran. I am a bit surprised by that. I did not think he applied the tag. I don't see any contact between the pants and the glove. I'm surprised by that. The throw was in time, but I didn't see contact with the pants. Either way, great throw there by Duran and left. And they get him. He's out. Yes, Scott Parker is the ultimate. He'll get you up and then sing it right back down. Yeah, like there's some managers that are like, that you hire just to stay out of relegation trouble. 1-0, that pitch into left center. That's going to get down for a base hit, and Keith will get on board with a 2-out knock. So back-to-back hits for the Tigers. Yeah, Jared Skull will take it, yeah. It was a good challenge. The throw was in time. It was worth a shot. Honestly, it worked out. Green up to bat now with a runner on first and 2 out. Like, Parker's the guy you hire if you are a championship club that want to get back. He's already won more challenges than Alex Cora. Riley Green 1 for 1 today. And second time through the order here for Sonny Gray. Struggling so far, second time through. He's allowed 2 hits the first 3 batters. So far this season, second time through the order. It's not been great. First time through, OPS of 562. How's it going, Abby? Appreciate you tuning in. Second time through the order, OPS of 1101. That is a drastic jump. So first time through, pretty sharp this year. Second time through, average rises from 250 to 324. Slugging from 295 to 706. OPS from 562 to 1101. 1-1. Speaking of which, that one misses down low. 2-1 on the other speed pitch. I'm assuming, Abby, you know about the Fox thing they're doing for $50,000. You'd be perfect for that. You'd be very good at that. 2-1. Chopped base hit. Past the diving glove of the second baseman. Runner will hold at second. Past the diving glove of Meyer. 3 straight hits. Red Sox potentially trying to get a 2-out rally going. A doof that yells profanity at Perry the Platypus. Oh, that's great. Oh my god, that's amazing. We need a chat GPT. If you guys have watched Phineas and Ferb, we need one where it's the Rossini Vrabel situation, but it's Doof with Peter the Panda. That's what we need. The Doof with Peter the Panda that plays out like Rossini Vrabel. What are they doing? They're paying someone to go to Times Square for the World Cup. $50,000. Oh, yeah, 2 for the Tigers, yep. As Mount visit here with Gray. They're paying someone $50,000 to watch all the World Cup games. That's it. There's no catch. There's no catch. You go to Times Square, you go into the Fox studio at Times Square, you watch all the World Cup games. No, the Sterling Memorial was good. No, that was really good. We'll do another one if you want, Toast. If you give a $5, we'll do another one if you want. We'll extend that one. That was pretty good. So Dingler up to bat. 3 straight hits allowed by Gray. Like I threw my hand to the ring on that one, Abby, on Twitter. Swing and a miss. 0-1 on the inside pitch. You can do that. It was, yeah, exactly. It was like, yeah, but you get $50,000. Fox is giving someone $50K to do that. It's like, okay, doing it for free. 0-1 sweeper, swing and a miss outside. 0-2. Can Gray get out of this 2-out jam? We're gonna find out. He's got a pitcher's count here. This is where things have fallen apart for Gray this year. After the 25th pitch, OPS allowed this year is, well, it's in the 800s. Check swing did not offer on the pitch in the dirt. 1-2. It's literally, there's no catch, except you have to watch in the Fox studio in Times Square. But it's like, okay. Wow. $50K for 1 month of work. It's more than I make in a year. 1-2. Or close to what I make in a year, I should say. 1-2. Popped up. Should be easily playable out there for the center fielder. And Rafaela with an easy grab. They leave 2 on board, and we got a 2-0 game as we go to the top of the 4th. You know, people I know are going to do that regardless. Yeah, Fred, Blakely, Alexi. Yeah, no, everyone, yeah. There's so many people that are doing that regardless. It's like, okay. Challenge accepted. It's like, okay. Like, give me $50K to do anything for a month. I mean, I'm going to take that more often than not. Not that. There are any other times you heard myself while watching sports says the USA goal against Ghana. Ooh. When screaming so loudly. Anytime I hurt myself. Not to my knowledge. No, not that I know of. There was one time in an arena football game. I can't count that because I banged my knee on the concrete wall in front at an arena football game, like, because it was the final play of the game, and I was like, I had lost my bearings, like stuff like that. No. Are there times like that? No. But no, it was literally like I was getting hype. I was screaming. It was like 4 years in the making. We score the goal, and I'm like, it's like I was losing my mind over that. And then the Brooks header was crazy. And then I sat down, and then I played soccer outside in the yard afterwards. If you can't watch a Marlins game, I wouldn't do that. Now that's a crime against humanity. That's 8th Amendment violation right there. But then I laid down in bed after realizing that was one of the greatest days of my life. And I was like, wait, my rib kind of hurts. It was my rib feels kind of strained right now. And then I woke up on Tuesday to take a final. I forget what final I took on Tuesday, but I remember being in pain at the desk. They set up all the desks in the gymnasium for the final, and I was in pain. I'm like, what on earth was that from yelling too loudly? And sure enough, it was healed by the time that we played Portugal on Sunday. And we know how that game went. That was brutal. I skipped. There was a one of my friends was holding a concert. They were doing like a concert for their band that day. And I'm like, I'm not coming until after this game is done. You understand that, right? And they're like, yeah. Turns out they were all watching the game in the pool house, so I could have gone. I didn't know if it was going to happen. 0-1 fouled off. And I was putting on my shoes, the firecracker goal by Jermaine Jones. That was awesome. I mean, that was a great game. That game against Portugal was incredible. And then I was ready to get my shoes on. We're going to advance to the group of death. Let's go. And then Michael Bradley turns the ball over. Ronaldo scores. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. Now I have to go to a concert after this? I'm like, oh, you're kidding me. Pop foul. Is that going to get out of play? It will not. Great grab into the tarp. Torque. Diving into the rolled up tarp for the first out. I'll send you Yoshida up. Watching the Heat is a violation of both the 8th Amendment and the Geneva Convention. Yep. $50K to watch the Celtics with nothing but threes for 82 games next year. I mean, I was at the game where the Suns put up 27 in the first half against the Mavs in Game 7. I've dealt with a lot. I missed my senior homecoming to go to a Jaguars game against the Colts where we were down 30-3 at the half. So, it might have been 30-0. I don't even remember. It was bad. First pitch, called strike on the fastball, 1-0. No, we still advanced to knockouts, yep. But we had to play Germany. It's like, oh, are we going to advance playing Germany? I'm like, we might get battered. I was like, okay, I thought we were going to get 4 points. As I went up the middle, Yoshida over the head of the shortstop, McGonigal. And Yoshida gets some more of the 1-out knock. Hard hit ball up the middle. Like, I thought we were going to get 4 points in that group. I thought we were going to beat Ghana, tie Portugal, lose to Germany. And it played out exactly like that, but when you have that lead, and all you have to do if you're Michael Bradley is just boot the ball out of bounds. Just boot it down the field out of bounds. Don't go backwards. And then Portugal gets a counterattack. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. I mean, that's one of those where if you watch that game, it's like, oh, it's like, really? How the heck do you lose like that? I wouldn't find losing to Portugal. I wouldn't fine with that. Down low 1-0. And we tied them, but it felt like a loss. That was a tie that felt like a loss. That one misses outside 2-0. It can be mid, I'll figure it out. Graduate year from there. Yep, there you go. Bitcoin goes up to $1 billion. I'll buy the Marlins. You should buy the Marlins, but then be even cheaper than Bruce Sherman. Just see what the heck happens. Be even cheaper. 2-0. That one misses outside on the slider. 3-0 and low. Flaherty, a lot of pitches so far. 64. Just 10 outs. He struck out the first 5 batters. Hasn't gotten a strikeout since. The Red Sox are connecting the second time through the order. It all started in the third with the bottom of the order. The first 3 guys in the bottom of the order got on board. And Meyer's going to come up after a 4-pitch walk. Did the last one go through? I'm not sure the last one went through. You know, last one didn't go through, Sports Talk. Last one I saw was Trace Already's 1 more challenges than Cora. Yeah, last one didn't go through. So first and second, if I was an artist, make pink a color. I mean, it should be. I mean, the Miami Vice colors are cool. For Miami, it works. That'll send Meyer up to bat. This is where things fell apart for Flaherty last time. Bring your food and drinks and get it for free. Yep. Just everyone gets in free. You know what it should be? It should be everyone gets in free except for a very specific age. Like, if you're 27 years old, you have to pay. All 27 and 49-year-olds have to pay, but everyone else gets in for free. So just those 2 specific ages, just like change the number based on that. Or like, oh, Canadians goal. Canadians going back on the left post. Good job going across right to left. Into the low slot. It could have been worse, yeah. It could have been worse for the Twins there. First pitch, swing and a miss on the knuckle curve. You're down 30-0 at half. Yep. I was going to say, yeah, it was 33 or 30-0. It was one of those. Then Bortles came in second half. You go to a lot of the games. Blakely, she lives near Woke Up Post City. Right, so she won't get the 50K now. Fouled off, 0-2. I just love that, like, hype for the World Cup seems kind of low right now. And FIFA's just making it worse. You see what Infantino said today? Do you see what Gianni Infantino said today? Because that was nuts. I don't think you guys saw it with the ticket prices for the World Cup. What he said about the prices. Meyer 0-2, lays off the slider inside 1-2. I know, he includes some of my best calls just so that you could see. It's like a sizzle reel. It's one of those sizzle reels. Because otherwise, like they want you to keep it short, but I was like, you know what? I want to show off my calls. I want to show off what I can do. You get his butt out. Oh, yeah. So if you guys didn't see it, what Infantino said, he defended the prices because he said, I kid you not, Americans can pay it. There's not a single college game you can get into for under $300. Swing and a miss, and this is the World Cup. 6 strikeouts, got him on the knuckle curve. Meyer goes down. You say wow that one, Summer. Say wow. He said, there's not a single college game that you can get into for under $300. And this is the World Cup. So I'm not worried about the prices. All good, how except down to another one out. Yeah, I famously remember when I took out 7 student loans to watch High Point soccer play. What college soccer game is costing $300. Oh, no, he said that. Not a parody account. 0-1 fastball. Called strike. Not a parody account. Keep in mind, the Diamondbacks, you can buy a ballpark pass and go to 81 games, or I guess 79 because the Mexico City series, for $299 for the whole season. This is like it's one banana. What can it cost? $10? It's like, does he really think college soccer games, the get-in price is $300? Even if it means college football, that's not even true. 0-2 the count. Right, technically, yeah, technically. 0-2. That pitch misses down low, 1-2. Like, you can buy season tickets, yeah, by D3 college wrestling can cost $300 to attend, yeah. You got into an ace game for $12 this week, yeah. Yeah, football, basketball on the high end, but other than that, yeah. It's like, what college soccer, even if it means college football, college basketball, like, unless like Duke, UNC or whatnot, what game is costing $300 for college soccer? Foul off 1-2. Like, that is the worst argument you can make to defend the prices. Or if you count tuition, but even if it's not, like, if you want to go locally, it's like $5 to get in. It's like $5 a ticket. Next playoff game I intend to call Thursday. We're doing the Flyers-Canes game tomorrow. Knuckle Carver misses outside and low, 2-2. Yeah, we're doing the Flyers game on Thursday. Like, that was an insane comment. I'm like, what the actual? Like, has he looked at ticket prices? Like, no MLS ticket except for a Messi game it's costing $300. Let alone a college soccer game. 2-2. Grounder to third through the legs of the third baseman, Keith. Bad defense there by the Tigers. One will score. Will they send the second across? They will. Not sure the rule that a base hitter E5. Either way, Red Sox tack on 2 more. We're going to power 4 college games for less than $100, Yeah, exactly. You can go to what was it? A UMass game cost $1? Or a Temple game cost $1 to get into? Yeah, through the legs. That should be E5. That should be an error. Through the legs of Keith. I don't know what they're going to rule it as, but yeah, like there's some college games you can get into for where you have to pay $300. But Ohio State, Texas, yeah, or like Texas A&M. Either way, it's 4-0. Runner on second. Durbin coming up. First pitch outside. Red Sox look good so far. Like, I forget, there was one team you could literally buy a ticket for $1. It's already Ugly Capital, yep. Tigers came Paddock. I'm going to say fact at this point. I'm going to go fact. Florida doesn't have it anymore. You're in pink, yep. Florida's at 76 pitches already. Struggling today after a good first 2 innings. That one's pop foul. Is that going to get out of play? It will. 1-1. Yeah, big 25 or 30, go to Buffalo, UMass, yeah. Right, Red River, right. There's some games like that, like Red River, Texas A&M, Ohio State, Michigan. There are games like that. Iron Bowl, maybe, but yeah, the president of FIFA is an idiot. At least the last one, at least Blatter sucked. He was bribe hungry, but at least he pretended to care about soccer. 1-2, pitch down the middle. At least he pretended. He's not even hiding it. It's like you might as well give him a mustache and a monocle and a top hat. 869 for that game. That's a lot. To watch Arch Manning suck in the first half. That pitch misses low and outside 2-2. Like, you might as well dress Infantino up with a monocle, a top hat, and a creepy mustache. Like, he's not even trying to hide it. Would I buy it if it was real? That's a nice jersey. 2-2 the count. Pitch number 80 already for Flaherty. Durbin fouls it off again. They're taking a lot of pitches now off him. Next batter up is Top Lure with Duran third time through. We'll see if they let Flaherty go third time through. I don't know if you do at this point. Through 25 pitches the first 2 innings combined. These last 2 innings, 57. 2-2. He went on that one. That pitch was in the zone either way. He's going to challenge. Durbin's going to challenge this one. Don't think he's going to be successful. So the innings should be over. Red Sox will challenge. But I'm assuming they'll lose this challenge. Red Sox do tack 2 across. Well, they don't show it on the broadcast, but he most definitely did not win that challenge. We go bottom 4. Red Sox have 4. Sonny Gray first came back off the IL. He's got a lot of run support right now. We got the 6, 7, 8 hitters here. Second time through. Oh, can we get inside the park and run the Phillies game? Can we get inside? Oh, go for inside the park, Marsh. Oh, man. Corbin Carroll, that would have been inside the park home run. That would have been inside the park with Corbin Carroll. I like the white outline. Yeah, black might be a bit too hard to read on that. Okay, we'll do OT later tonight after I get back from the D-backs game. Carpenter, McKinstry, and Torque due up here. If you like what you see, folks, hit the like button, subscribe, helps out tell the channel to try to grow this community even more. We got the emojis in the chat for the Red Sox and for the Tigers available at your disposal. New video dropping tomorrow. If you haven't seen the newest one, click the link above or below about the Chiefs coach who fed his team dog treats. True story. Like all my stories, but that one seems kind of hard to believe. Tomorrow's video will be baseball related. Tomorrow's vid will be about football, but it will also be about baseball. Tomorrow's vid is an interesting one. Because we do talk about baseball. Actually, very baseball themed. I'm going to talk about the Bengals and the Reds. Going back to the 80s on this one. Bizarre conflict between the teams that no one's done a video on. So I figure let's do it. Again, I got all the stories lined up for the next, 2 weeks of what I'm going to do. So, excited about that. But you go to 9 World Cup matches. Lucky on that. The problem is that all the games on the West Coast involve the USA, which means they cost $1,000 minimum to get into. I might wait, if I don't win the thing, as that's a called strike 01, if I don't win the thing, we know the prices are going to drop eventually. I might be like, you know what, let's do a day trip to LA. Let's just go there and back to LA for any game. Doesn't have to be a USA game, just any game. Yeah, Party almost have the pink jerseys. Yep, they look cool. Oh, on the count, Carpenter. That one grounded at first and stepping on the bat. Nope. Contreras is going to flip it to the covering pitcher for the first out. Great 52 pitches the first 3 innings, but keeps the pitch count down there. And once again sets the leadoff man down. Set the leadoff man down now 3 of the 4 innings. Gray struggled with the leadoff man this season. OPS entering this game against the leadoff hitter of .899 that he's allowed. So far, so good today. First pitch in there for a called strike on the fastball to McKinstry, who walked last time. 0-1 the count. If there were games in Phoenix, I would go. And not think twice about the price. Orioles about to be up 5-3. Yep, 5-3. Count of foul trouble? Yeah, that's not good. 0-2 the count to McKinstry. That one into left field, and that'll be playable there for Duran in front of the track for the second out. Just 5 pitches needed by Gray for the first 2 outs. Two up, 2 down to start this inning, and he struggled this year, second time through the order. So far, so good here. Torque will come up. I know why they put it there, but MetLife looks aesthetically depressing. Oh, it's like an office building. It's an office building. First pitch in there for a called strike 0-1. I get why they put it there. It's also a big stadium. It holds 80,000. SoFi doesn't hold as much. Dallas is a pain in the butt to get to. At least where the stadium is. Unless you do it in Atlanta, but they want to do it in New York. I get it. 0-2 the count. That one's fouled off. Yeah, MetLife was a bad design. It was soulless. Soulless, dull. It's crazy because MetLife and AT&T were built at the same time. AT&T came out like the same in 2009. MetLife came out 2010. That sinker. Called strike 3. I thought that was outside. We're going to get a challenge by Torque. I think he's going to win this one. And MetLife costs double what AT&T cost. And it's crazy to think about. Yep, that was a ball. That was outside. Titanium with a 20. Not my sister city. Come on, Tigers. Yeah, not looking good right now. Not looking good. Florida does not look good right now. Which game do you want, Titanium? I get you on the call for it. Do you want basketball or hockey for Sunday night? Yeah, I think when they made MetLife, it was very much, we don't want to make it the home stadium of the Jets or the Giants. That's a called strike 3. Got the call in the outside corner. 9 pitches for Gray that inning. That's all he needs. We go top 5. Remains a 4-0 game. I appreciate the 20 on that Titanium a ton. That means a lot to me. Which game do you want, basketball or hockey for Sunday night? Hockey. All right, let's do that hockey. That counts as a triple because it was during the game. Can one team expect to lose soon? I think they can. I think they're allowed to. But it's like they didn't want to make it the Giants Stadium or the Jets Stadium. They want to appeal to both. And in the end, they appealed to no one. MetLife Stadium is the classic proverb and the classic lawyer saying you can't serve two masters. If you try serving two masters, it's just not possible. You're not going to get good results. And that was what MetLife was. We go top 5 here. Third time through if they let Flaherty go, even though he's over 80 pitches after 4. He literally had some color to it. Yeah, literally. Just do anything. I love how they made like different color shades of gray for the seats. It's like, I have an idea. We're gonna liven it up by just every seat's a different shade of gray. It's like, oh, this looks, yeah, very AI generated. Yep. My life is just completely soulless. So Flaherty's out there. This will definitely be his last inning of work. Unless he throws like 5 pitches here. It's on 81 already. So cookie cutter same in the post cookie cutter area. Yep, that's a good way of putting it. That's a very good way of putting it. Anderson's in the pen for the Tigers. And Jack Flaherty was really struggling before this game. ERA this season close to 6. They ground the outside, ground the inside. It's like that song. Like the worst version of that song. 1-0. Duran fouls it off. 1-1 down the left field line. Harbaugh brought the Giants both back to relevance and back to New York City. He'd be given the middle of 100 by Star. I think the Jets would be more like, maybe way more likely to go. Way more likely to go back than the Giants. 1-1. That pitch on the upper part of the zone got the call. 1-2. A solo shot to left. 3-1 your score there. By the way, that play officially ruled an error on the ball through the legs of the third baseman, Cole Keith. That pitch, knuckle curve in the dirt. 2-2. MLB's only hosted 2 playoff games. One was a Super Bowl. Yeah, it's crazy to think about how that stadium's been around for a decade and a half and it's hosted no Jets playoff games. Sports Hub number 15 months sale. Alonzo, Jeff, and Nimmo in 2026. So that's strike 3, chasing the slider in the dirt. 277, 364, 41, 801. The Mets who replaced him. 215, 271, 336, 01. LOL Mets is a turtle. The power of Grimace compels you. Well, the Jets are not a real team. No, that is also true. The Jets do not exist. They are there to make people feel better about themselves. You know, I heard, like, just Energy Same looks like a pain in the butt to get out of. First pitch, Contreras. Swing and miss the knuckle curve on the outside. Why is McNeil blocked? I have no clue. Yeah, I have legit no clue on that. Jeff McFeeble. 0-1, as Frank likes to call him. 1-1. Fastball misses high and upstairs. And inside. Flaherty, pitch number 89 already. You figure next hitter he allows on board, he's done. 1-1. Contreras, swing and miss on the knuckle curve. 1-2. He's starting to find a rhythm with the knuckle curve as of late. Better late than never. You might see him bring back Grimace. They gotta do something. 1-2. Swing and a miss on the knuckle curve again. Flaherty, another strikeout for him. Third time through the order, no problems so far. Abreu coming up. You figure this is the last batter Flaherty's going to face. Yeah, any stadium that's in a sports complex like that seems like a pain in the butt to get to. Just surrounded by parking lots. Abreu 0 for 2 today. First pitch. Righty on lefty here, fouled off 0-1. Except his office, yes. Yeah, YouTube Super Chat is very demonstrative words. Yes, it is. 0-1. Out and outside 1-1. YouTube is done with a lot of stuff. You fire Mendoza. Well, you gotta fire Stearns first, but you gotta fire Mendoza too. Abreu has been a beast this season against righties. It's worse than he is against lefties. Flaherty is a righty. He struggled with him today. Abreu against lefties, 390. Against righties, still very good, 275. Can't hate on that. But even with the 0 for 2, you'll take that because of that sliding grab he made in right earlier today. That saved a couple of runs. 1-2 to Abreu as he'll step aside for a moment. The pitch. Knuckle curve. He takes that into right. Just foul. That was going to be extra bases. Just shy of that. So we stay alive at 1-2. Pitch number 95 for Flaherty coming up. One, two. Abreu chases the slider in the dirt, but makes contact down the first base line. Right, Sterzulin will have to blame. Yep. And Stearns will know who's the next up. 1-2. Pitch by Flaherty. Abreu swinging a miss on the four-seamer. Flaherty strikes out the side. He'll be done after 5 innings, a 4-run ball. Flaherty was a weird outing. Either really good or really bad. When he was on and struck out the leadoff man, he then struck out pretty much everyone else. When he doesn't get the leadoff man out, things fell apart quickly. With runners on board, Flaherty struggled. With the bases empty, he looked like he was on the Cardinals. The consistency, though, is not there for Flaherty, and he'll probably exit this game as things stand as the losing pitcher. Choose Josh Allen as an example of Maple Leafs fans on why the generational prospect isn't going to be enough to overcome crap leadership. Although, Allen, to be fair, the Bills sucked before he got there. Flaherty's a waste of oxygen. Tell me how you really feel. Yeah, it's been a rough season for him. It's definitely been a rough season. The control wasn't there at times. Assuming that's it for Flaherty, his final line, 5 innings, only walked 1 batter. He struck out 10. Season high for him. But when he allowed the leadoff man on, things just fell apart. He looked comfortable today without the leadoff man. You know, run prevention, very different definition. Very different idea of run prevention. Nine 1-2 hitters due up here, and then Gray's going to go a third time through the order. He's got a 4-run cushion. But Gray has not been good in the 5th inning of games this year. It's his worst inning of the year from an ERA standpoint. So as the game goes on, he does get a little bit worse. Looking sharp in his first game back off the IL, though, through 4 innings. What is the fancy 3 doohickey show in the game? So the thing is that if you have MLB TV, and I do, if you have MLB TV, you get this feature where you can watch the games in 3D, and you're legally allowed to stream those. Like, you're allowed to broadcast those. There is activity in the pen for the Red Sox. They have a lefty warming up. His Gray's over 60 pitches. It's not bad by any means. But I guess if things fall apart third time through the order. 1-1 to count. Called strike on the bottom part of the zone. Gray has not made it out of the 4th inning. Or past the 4th inning in 3 of his 5 outings this season. 1-1. We'll make it out of the 4th here, as that's going to be a 5-3 out. Fielded off the shift by Durbin. He has made quick work of these batters as of late. The last 4 outs, taken all of, I think, 11 pitches. Third time through, McGonigal will come up, and is that going to be it for Gray? Nope, he's staying out there. Even without that, you still have to expect a destination to take at least 40 minutes to leave. Yeah, that's crazy. First pitch outside, 1-0. The camera angle looked like the manager was coming out of the pen, but not the case. You know, McCullough is I'm not sure why Yuri's still out there. But now they're making a call to the bullpen, at least. 1-0, McGonigal. Pops it, foul, and now to play. 1-1 behind home plate. I love that song, Billy. That's a one-hit wonder right there. From 1997. Love that song. Yeah, the most ever used LE streaming site for is the free game of the day. Oh, yeah. I love watching other teams say on their broadcast with their score bug and their announcer and the graphics and everything. Yeah, because I grew up with Yes and SNY. I grew up in New York, so. 1-2, straight miss on the pitch down low. Yeah, Philly's down 3-1, but they're looking better as of late. Go back to work, all good. 1-2. The pitch. Inside and low on the sweeper, 2-2. Yep, Sabres up 2-1, 16:48 to go in the second period there. Two. McGonigal. Grounder. Diving play at first by Contreras. Pitcher covers. 3-1 on the out. What a dive and grab. The defense for the Red Sox has been very good all season. They've saved a lot of runs, and sitting on its head tonight. Saw that great play in right by Abreu. And now that diving grab on a hard hit ball. Contreras prevented that from going into the outfield, and that's the second out with Vierling coming up. Yanni said does the best job at everything. Yeah, I would say does the best. I like Root Sports. I do like Root. First pitch swing of Vierling popped up into the outfield grass. Meyer makes the grab. 1 pitch for the third out. And Gray, quick work as of late. The last 2 innings, he's thrown under 20 pitches. And has gone 6 up, 6 down in that stretch. We'll go top 6. Red Sox nursing a 4-0 lead. Looking to sweep this series. You prefer with Jason Benetti. He's great. Benetti's awesome. And you figure Flaherty's done. Your Sixers up by 4 right now. A lot of foul calls so far. A lot of foul calls. Yeah, if you like what you see, folks, hit that like button, subscribe. It really does go a long way. Helps out a ton of the channels. We try to grow this community even more. Now, finally, the Marlins make a bullpen change. After he allowed the first two guys on board. Man. Good job, McCullough. So 4, 5, 6 hitters of Story, Yoshida, and Rafaela. New pitcher is in, so Flaherty officially done with the season-high 10 strikeouts. Drew Anderson will be coming in for the Tigers. In relief here. You know, so far so good. I like the way Tracy's doing stuff for the Sox. Looks like a very different team. The 32-year-old has not pitched this series. Last time he pitched was against the Rangers. Back on May 2nd when 2 1/3 allowed 2 hits, no runs. Pitching better as of late. His last 4 outings, he's gone 8 innings of just 4 hits and 1 run ball with 12 strikeouts. Got off to a terrible start to the season. First 7 games, his ERA was 8. Since then, last 4 games, he's been pretty sharp. A 1.13 ERA his last 8 innings of work over his last 4 appearances. And Tigers are hoping that they get more of that version of Anderson, the one that started the season. It's a 4-0 game right now. He Brunson for 26.5. I like that bat. I mean, he's averaging around that this season, so I like that bat. He'll start off dealing with the righty. A lot of 4 seams and changeups against righties. That one's going to start with a curveball, which he only throws less than 20% of the time against righties. Story was not expecting that. I feel like they do for mid-game. Yeah, but still, even when they're playing mid, they're averaging like 115 a game. It's crazy. Fastball called strike 0-2. His fastball averages around 94.5 miles an hour. Right around the league average. Story's 0 for 2 today. And right now, riding a 6-game hitting streak. O2 foul off down the right field line. Story struggling against righties like Anderson. 188 this year against righties versus 263 against lefties. So favorable matchup here for Anderson, all things considered. So hand the count 0-2. Got him. On the curveball down low. Red Sox. That's the 11th time they've struck out today. The leadoff man goes down. The Sabres look good right now. They're working it across in the low slot. Very nicely. Yoshida. By the way, we are doing the Flyers game tomorrow. Flyers against the Canes. Game 3. We're live for that. Oh, no, the Canes, I think, they would lose to the Sabres. They could still lose to the Flyers. I mean, they could still do that. Yoshida into right center field. That is going to get down. Hard hit ball by Yoshida. 96 off the bat. And Yoshida gets the ball with a 1-out knock. 2 new Texans license plates you can get in Texas based off the blue alternate logo and the word mark. Ooh, nice. I do like the alternate logo. I do like how unique it is. You know, I hate when managers don't pull guys quickly. I get on Torey Lovella a lot for that. First pitch. Rafaela. Cold strike on the curve. 0-1 on the outside part of the zone. And there's the cell profile picture. There you go. 0-1. Right, Avs good. The Avs look like a runaway freight train. That's fouled off the foot 0-2. How's it going, Allie? Appreciate you tuning in. 0-2 to Rafaela. He's been very good this series. 5 hits the first 2 games. He's 0 for 1 with a walk today. Lays off that pitch in the dirt and outside 1-2. It came just in time. Yes, you did. How's it going, RFK? Appreciate you being here. Yeah, Jaguars probably band combination. Probably is. Would not surprise me. 1-2. The pitch. With Yoshida on first. Anderson delivers, swing and a miss on the changeup in the dirt. 12 strikeouts for the Tigers pitchers. Yavs and Thunder feel like foregone conclusions. I don't know about foregone. I mean, the Spurs put up a fight against them. The Knicks could if they happen this postseason. But at least to win this series, yes. I think that's a foregone conclusion. Yeah, they don't get the first all 28. Yeah, that's rough. The NHL did not really have any plan of what the trade was going to be. Hit and run was on there. Fell off to the first baseline 0-1. Right, this is one of the fewer times where like anything less than a title is a failure. And the Avs were just dominant from the start. 0-1. The pitch. Myers swinging a miss on the changeup upstairs. 0-2. Paul George worse than Herschel Walker is it? Yes. Yes, because at least with the Herschel trade, none of the pieces the Cowboys got contributed to the dynasty. I'm not talking about the draft picks. None of the known pieces they got contributed in any capacity. The Clippers gave up the best player in basketball. You know, that probably means he's still on Sports Talk. Yep. AL only has 3 teams over 500. The Rays, Yankees, and the A's. You have the whole AL Central is under 500. Swing and a miss on the changeup. Meyer goes down. 13 strikeouts for the Tigers pitchers. They still trail 4-0 as we go bottom 6. Like, it would almost be like the Thunder trade would almost be like if the Cowboys made that trade with the Lions and they got Barry Sanders in the trade. That's what that would be like. The Cowboys got all those picks plus Barry Sanders. It's like you gave up the best player in the sport and you mortgaged the entire future. Hope you welcome watching. Hope you get it. Appreciate you a ton. Yeah, hopefully it's still cool all the games. I'm not sure how that would work. Again, I would be very, very surprised. I have no idea how it would work, but I hope I get it. If they'd SGA not Leonard, how much better would they be? They'd win a finals by this point. They would definitely win a finals at this point. Yeah, parts of Red Sox Yankees on July 6th on Fox. Nice. You mean June 6th? Yeah, June 6th. Because obviously July 6th, way during the Cup. Right, no, we flipped the players' picks. He was genius on that. Right, they didn't intend on giving up the picks. They thought the players would actually play for the team. They didn't think it cut them immediately. Yep. Right. That's why I think the Paul George trade was worse. No one expected the Cowboys to do what they did. And they say you could stream. Would I? 100%. Are you kidding me? If I could get $50K to stream the World Cup, it's okay. You could either do exactly what we're doing in Arizona or do it in New York and get $50K. Of course I would stream. I would love to stream for you guys. Again, I don't think I'm getting the job. I legit don't think I'm getting it. Look, Fox is going to take one look at my channel and be like, oh, this guy bashes our network a lot and how bad our broadcasts suck. This guy has a vendetta against many of our employees. It's probably not the right fit. Probably not the guy we want representing. The guy that could campaign midway through in the box about how Chris Myers needs to go. Let's go, Miles. Appreciate you tuning in. Yeah, yeah, I think it's going to be the Fox, Philly, and Phoenix. I would think so. Those games are usually pretty national. Right, yeah, I don't know on that one, actually. I have no clue. Gray is done after 5 innings. He's in line for the win. Didn't throw a lot of pitches. Again, he made very quick work the 4th and the 5th inning. So new pitcher in for the Red Sox, and it is Tyler Samaniego. Samaniego, I should say. Samaniego on the bump. Fire McCullough, you gotta consider it. Samaniego, sweeper misses down low, 1-1. Right, Johnson was the first guy to get the draft. Oh, I don't think he was the first guy. I mean, Gil Brandt was the first guy to get the draft. Gil Brandt was the very first guy to get the draft. He understood. He had the whole computer system and everything. Colt Keith fouls it off. 1-2. Thoughts on latest news? Yeah, it keeps getting worse. Yeah, don't go on a boat with Someone that's not your husband, buy it yourself when you're pregnant. D-backs team, yeah. Yeah, that's at 640. Yeah, we're going to be able to make it. Right, teams that respect draft pick sec that or trade him a whole lot. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Jimmy made the chart. Gil Brandt was the first to respect the draft. Time is called. 1-2. As Keith steps out of the box to adjust. Last one. To be fair, you have to look for Chris Morris stuff. Yeah, but the Mike Goldberg stuff is like right out in the open. It's like you just search for most few videos. 1-2. Chop to second. 4-3 on the out. Leadoff man set down. You have Spurs go down 2-0 before Minnesota. They're in trouble. Last time Samaniego pitched, 2/3 of an inning against the Stros back on May 3rd. Yeah, no, I'm fairly confident on that one too, Miles. Fairly confident. Yeah, LA destroyed Houston, yep. All right, Brand was first to get in terms of scouting, but JJ was first to get picked up. Yes, I agree with that. The George Allen strategy was pretty good. It worked pretty well until the salary cap became a thing. I was like, you know what? We're going to just trade for quality players. Screw the picks. And the few times they did draft, they drafted Hall of Famers. Had a steak dinner. Nice. Fancy dinner there. Pitch way upstairs. 1-1. Green 2 for 2 today. Green's got a hit in every game this series. It's 4 for 9 this series. The 1-1 called strike on the outside corner. 1-2. Another prompt can't do anything about right now. Oh, man. I went outside 2-2. 4-1 Sabres. Jeez. I hope they do it. I really hope the Sabres do it. Be a feel-good story. 2-2. The pitch to Green. Swing and a miss. 95 on the gun on the four-seamer. Right, working at current MLB. Oh, 100%. Current MLB would absolutely work. Sort of what the Padres do. I mean, George Allen is sort of what the Padres do. You look at all the prospects the Padres have traded, it's nuts. Like, look at what a hypothetical roster for the Padres would look like if they kept all their guys. That's why I hate when people say the Vikings give a dynasty to get Walker. Right, that was not what they meant to do. Dingler pops up to shallow center field. One pitch for the final out. Rafaela underneath it. Samaniego good out of the pen to start. We go top 7, 4-0. The safest lead in hockey, yep. The SGA trade was a lot different because I was like, oh yeah, SGA was very good and very young. Let's give him up. Along with all those picks. Yes, Spurs getting a power forward, yeah. Well, Davis is too banged up, yeah. Gordon I could see, but definitely not Davis. Davis is washed at this point. Too much of an injury concern. Not worth it. Alright, if you like what you see, that like button, subscribe, helps the channel a ton. Let's try to grow this community even more. Yep, 3 innings to try and avoid a 4-game losing streak. Rough. But I never utilized them correctly. That is also true. Right, Snyder and Brown. That's... Ownership changes a lot. Ownership changes a lot. Okay, Steve, not for the Clips straight. How good would they be? They'd be good. I mean, they acquired a lot of picks. They'd be very good. They'd be like a top 3, top 4 team in the West. Bruins throw a better fight than the Habs. That's 1 game so far. And Habs are on the power play right now, so we'll see. Top 7 we go. 8-9 hitters due up. The good news for the Tiger pitchers, they've struck out 13 batters. The bad news, they've allowed 4 runs on 4 hits. And they can't get anything across. And we'll do OT tonight after I get back from the D-backs game. No, I can't write a team off after 1 game. Base stuck with a terror. I know which game you want. I know exactly what you want, so I don't even have to ask on that one. Since he accepted the Saints trade in '99 with Achilles Smith, mean, they still would have stuck at finding a quarterback. So they would have been not the Bungles for the early 2000s, but they would have been pretty. It would have been a lot better than what they were with Achilles Smith. I appreciate you 10 on that one, Base Stuck. I already know which game you want, so I don't have to ask on that. Comes over 2-1 Ben, who's only top of the fourth. Yeah, it's early. Anderson out there for another inning of work out of the pen. Anderson has gone 61 pitches at one point this season. He got a 10-out save. You wonder in a game like this if he's just going to be asked to go long relief. Set behind home plate? I have, yes. I like being up high. Your depth perception is better up high versus down low. 0-1, straight to miss on the four-seamer upstairs. 0-2. Like, when you're too low, everything off the bat sounds and looks like it's going to be gone. You can't make out where the ball's going in the outfield. Meanwhile, I know immediately when a ball gets lifted where it's going. But behind home plate, you don't. It's a cool experience, but I wouldn't do it full time. Now, if you're saying, like, suite level home plate, I've never done that, but suite level home plate, I do. But I don't like being, like, down low is overrated. I don't know if it's a hot take or not. Being down low for sporting events is overrated. 1-2 in the dirt, 2-2. Oh, wouldn't have been a lot better. No, wouldn't have been. So they still would have sucked at quarterback. The Mets are 3-1 this month. The resurgence begins. Yep. Extend Stearns for another decade. Yeah, Murray's going to get traded, I think. They got to do something. The Nuggets are flawed at this point. So actually, outfield on the ball. Yep. 2-2. That one misses just a bit inside. 3-2. They can find me on the broadcast. They don't really show my section like a lot. If I go to baseball game, I want to be able to see the strike zone, ability to see the screen. Yeah, I mean, I'm not in the outfield. I'm on first base. Like, I think 200 level's a sweet spot. Like, there's no sport where I actually like being down low. Individual sports are like golf and tennis, but team sports, I like being up high. That one lays it off on the inside pitch, and Narvaez gets on board with a leadoff walk. I like being behind the netting, and now the foul ball hit my face. I mean, foul balls don't really hit your face anywhere. They extended the netting, and they make it higher. I don't care about the NBA, I care about not doing the other. Makes sense, yeah. I completely get you on that one. Durbin coming up. First pitch, curveball, called strike 0-1. I mean, basketball, I've sat back row in basketball. I think it depends on the arena, but where the Suns play, back row is great. World Series is a bust for the Mets. I mean, when you spend that much money, it has to be. 0-1. Durbin lays off the slider, but it's called strike 0-2. Yeah, I like being up high, you get to steal the action. Yep, I'm the same way. I am the same way. If you get hit by a foul ball, can you sue? No, you cannot. Nope, that is an inherent risk to the game. Inherent risk to the sport. Ever sat courtside? I have not, no. But I've called college games courtside for High Point, and I like it better up high versus courtside. 1-2. Now, that's like one of the main things. You cannot sue if you get hit by a foul ball. Unless if there's like a defect in the net. But that's an assumption of the risk. You go to a baseball game, you assume the risk that foul balls are going to come into the stands, and it's an inherent risk to the sport. Grounder second, 4-6, won't get the second out. We'll get the fielder's choice. Force at second. Durbin gets on board, but that's one out back to the top of the order. Emildeck's the sweet spot. Back to Durant at the top. Now, there are other things, and we make you sign something so you can't sue it. It's law. It's law. Reynolds traded. Depends on how far the Timberwolves get. They go out this round, fact. Number one song, the Billboard charts for the Jets won the Super Bowl. So January 69? Oh. Ain't a mountain high enough? Gonna say a mountain high enough. Oh, we're gonna try to, Jackson. We're gonna try to. But it's include terms and conditions. Yep, it's not our fault you can't catch. Yeah, assumption of risk is very important. Same thing with hockey. You can't sue if you get hit by a puck. Puck goes into the stands, you can't sue. I should have tutored Kim Kardashian and help her pass the bar. Look, I'm not one to talk about the bar, but it's like you hired psychics and didn't go to law school. You didn't study. Like, what did you think was going to happen in California, the toughest state to take the bar? You live near a golf course, you get hit by a ball in your backyard, assumption of the risk. You buy a house on a golf course, you get the benefits of being on a golf course because the property value is a lot, but you also assume the risk. Now, it also depends. It entirely depends on how the ball hits your house. 0-1. That one's straight on the change of bow, too. Like, I can't, like, if I'm on a golf course, here's the house, here's the green, and my ball's here. I can't do a 180 turn around and aim at the house. I can't do that. That you can sue for. But if I like hit a shot, if I'm on the golf course, 150 out, I pull out a 6 iron and hit the greatest, like the furthest it's got in my life, and the 6 iron goes 220 yards and it hits a window. No. 0-2. Pickoff play gets back in time. Yeah, it depends on that one, Dexy. Yep. So it entirely depends. Right, a reasonable person would assume the game hit in the face by a home run would be their fault. Yep. No, he doesn't hate the Knights. He likes the Knights. He just doesn't want me to call one of their games. 0-2, lays off the pitch. The runner's going to go, and the ball hits Durbin. It's a terrible throw, way off the line, and Durbin gets some over the stolen base. No, he doesn't want me to call the Knights game because he likes the Knights. That's the 4th stolen base for Durbin this year. Got a very good jump. 1-2. Right, so it entirely depends on that. Pitcher throws 105 mile an hour here where no net is. Can I sue? In that case, I would say yes. 1-2. Like, if the netting breaks, you can sue. You have a case if you didn't wait long enough for the golfers in front of you? Yeah, that's happened. That happened at my local golf course. I think like 15 years ago, there was a lawsuit at my local golf course where you hit a golfer, or someone hit a golfer. And I get it, too, because that course is a weird one because all the par 4s are pretty drivable. 1-2. Check swing. Did Duran offer on the pitch in the dirt? I don't think he did. 2-2. Those terms and conditions were on the home run derby ticket said so many words baseballs are going to the stands. Yep, you assume the risk. Now, there was a famous court case a decade ago where, okay, if you take the inherent risk of bats going into the stands, balls going into the stands, there was a fan that got blinded by a flying hot dog gun. Runner's going to go. There was no one covering third, and Durbin catches the Tiger is napping, and now he's 90 feet away. Not as much as I should. I used to golf a lot more, but someone stole my clubs, and I really haven't been golfing since. Just haven't had time. No one's covering third. Easy stolen base. Throws from the mound to the outfield, keeps 105 miles an hour head speed like Trevor Bauer did in that game against the Royals. 3-2, that pitch misses outside. Like, you can sue for stuff that's not inherent to the game. So, you can sue for, if you get hit by a baseball, you can't sue. But if you get hit by a flying hot dog, you can sue. Right, if they attack you with a bat, Jose Offerman style, that's very different. Someone donates 100 total in a stream, can that be Hundo Jack? No, it's got to be one donation. Yep, has to be one single donation. Right, depends on what's inherent to the game. Like, if you swing a ball and the bat leaves your hand and it goes in the stands, that's an inherent part of the game. Sometimes that happens. But there's no part of the game that requires a player to go into the stands and attack a player with a bat. Like, that's not an assumption of the risk I take. That pitch misses outside, ball 4. You wonder if they're going to make a bullpen change. As Anderson was good in the 6th, he struggled this inning, runners on the corners. Yeah, hot dogs are part of baseball like foul balls, yep. Where the fan lost a hot dog case, which I thought was BS. Right, string about, yes, like that. Like, t-shirt cannons are the same way. Someone attacks you with a bat in a baseball game. It's inherent part of the game. I don't remember it. Flying box of Cracker Jacks? Same thing. Negligence of bat leaves a player's hands? No. No, with sports, there's stuff in sports that you get away with. Like you assume the risk, like boxing is a good example. Like, you assume when you step into the ring that you're going to get punched. And there's stuff in sports that's just known stuff can happen. It's not really negligence, because it was caused by someone else. Right, Pepsi on the Pepsi points case, yeah. Which I thought was nuts. Implied risk of Mill Bradley was playing? Yes. Down low 1-0. Yeah, Maud Flanders killed by t-shirt cannon NASCAR event. Gamma never forgotten. Hundo Jack, a Hundo Jack to go back to hockey but ends up with basketball? No, you make the call. I can't Hundo Jack. Can't do that. 1-0. Runner's going to go. Hit and run is on, and Contreras fouls it off. 1-1. We assume someone's going to scout up into the ring. Yep. If they blow this game, it's going to be tough. Broadcasting scared? Yes, that is a thing that, that was actually talked about. Because you assume the risk in football that you're going to get hit, but you don't assume the risk that a player's going to take his helmet off and swing it at you. That's not a part of the game. Yeah, you could bring a case against him. You don't assume the risk in football that my opponent is going to take his helmet off and then swing it at me. Right, that's different, Ellie. Yep. One. We're asking for today when no other games were originally scheduled. Yeah, but this one's not. I mean, this is the only call we're doing. Yeah, Cracker Jackson mentioned take me out the ball game. They are. Yeah, there could have been, but the problem is that like the whole then discovery and if Rudolph said the word, it would have been tough because if Rudolph said the word, you could say heat of the moment, and there's some stuff that like crimes of passion, like you get a pass to some extent. That was a weird situation. So you're like, okay, well, if he said the word, then his career's shot. 1-1. Like, we don't know what happened. 1-1. Shot foul. 1-2. Yeah, that was a weird one. Basketball, I can't sue a player runs into the stands hurts you if you're courtside. Nope. Unless, like, it depends. Like, they're trying to die for a loose ball. No, you can't do that. But a player just, like, off a timeout just decides I'm going to just charge at me in the stands. They should be considered part of the game. Yes, they should be, JP. It entirely depends. If a player is trying to dive for a loose ball, no, you can't. That's an inherent part of the risk, the assumption of the risk. But if, let's say, off a timeout, a player decides he's going to run off the bench and just attack a fan, yes, you can sue for that. The guy fisted the baseball and started swinging. If he broke the opponent's face, you think he would have gotten sued? No, self-defense. Fouled off 1-2 again. Right, not affect legitimacy of the case, but you could argue as a mitigating factor to affect sentencing. Yep. Right, don't do Mouse and Palace, yeah. Imagine take me out to the bowl game mentioning Cracker Jacks being the reason he lost the case. Can you imagine? Like, same thing with, like, golf. Like, you assume the risk if you go to a golf event that you could get hit with a golf ball. If you're spectating. One of the players ate semi-popcorn, should have brought a case against him at a Globetrotters game. Trips on the court ends up hurting me when he lands in the stands? No. You trip? No. Tripping happens. Football players hitting streakers? That's an interesting one. The football players hitting streakers is an interesting one. There have been cases where excessive force is a thing. Now, the player could argue self-defense. At the same time, because you don't know what the fan's going to have on him, but at the same time, the fans go through security and everything. There is a thing with excessive force where streakers have tried to sue security guards and players for tackling them down. That is a thing. It usually doesn't go anywhere, but there is something to that. Personally, I think it's a lot of crap, because you committed a crime. You shouldn't get money for committing a crime. 1-2, runner goes, that pitch in the dirt on the changeup, 2-2, and runner gets in safely at second. So another stolen base, the third one of the inning. You're invading their territory? I mean, there have been cases, like, if someone invades your property, you can't just shoot them. Like, there are certain... It's complicated. 2-2, that pitch. Upstairs, 3-2. Hits the backstop, takes a very good bounce back to prevent a run from coming in. Right. If I'm a player wants the streakers come directly at me, let security handle it. Yep. Yeah, did I recently with a fanny tackle? Oh, that's awesome. Like, if someone comes into my apartment, I can't shoot them. Like, I can't, like, tackle them to the ground. Unless they're, like, posing a threat to... Like, it's complicated. A lot of law is based on the principle of it depends. Foul off down the third base line, we stay alive 3-2. And my client is just defending his territory here at the moment, yep. Striker trespassing? Yeah, but he's not. But you could say he's not posing a threat. You could say disturbing peace, yeah. Like, it depends. Look, I have no sympathy for streakers. I have no sympathy. But, like, there are times where, like, you get completely blindsided. 3-2. That pitch misses upstairs and the bases are loaded. Yeah, with the house. Yeah, the case I'm talking about. Yep. I think it was in Texas, right? Was the house in Texas? Right, the shotgun trap. Yep, the shotgun trap house. And call the bullpen. Call to the pen. Where, like, tackling the fan's one thing, but, like, the blind side. Like, I don't know if you saw, remember the Dodgers fan that proposed to someone? The Dodger fan that ran onto the field, got on one knee and proposed, and they got blindside tackled by security guard? Like, that's a guy that's not posing a threat to anyone. He's trespassing, clearly. But he's not posing a threat to anyone. And then just gets blindside tackled. Yeah, deserved taste, yeah. I get you there. Like, remember that one? I think it was last year or the year before that. I think it was last year. Like, that's one where it's like, okay, was that excessive force? Like, to see of a case. Here, at the moment, you can argue, okay, wait, this player was coming straight at me. I don't know what he's got. Remember Monica Seles? I don't know what he's got. I'm gonna bring him down. I don't care how hard I hit him. But a case like that, it's... We don't have to shoot him, just yell, I'm sorry, what? And they'll run away frightened, yes. But a case like that where it's like, okay, he's not posing a threat. Yeah, you spend all day talking about law? Yeah. It's a fascinating, it's absolutely fascinating, especially when it integrates with sports. Yeah, trespassing, disturbing the peace, stopping a process, yep. Herder's coming into the game for the Tigers with the bases loaded and 1 out. This could be a game that if it stays like this, we could just call it early. So I gotta get it to the next episode. But yeah, the fake parody video, Make-A-Wish Kid. Oh, I love that one. Yeah, Petra as well, yep. I like that one, yeah. Help me with silver? Oh, that's awesome. We love a good redemption story like that. Yeah, I'm sure you feel the pain after that here. Like, yeah, I probably didn't make the best life choices. Where they're well-lit, open environments, can't exactly play much rush to make a decision if overdue a takedown. No, you cannot. Prospects hold the bullpen. There you go. RBI ground, Jackson. Counts all the same. So Herder's coming in. Abreu's coming up. Bases loaded for a phenomenal hitter. And you have to wonder why they're putting Herder in against Abreu, because Abreu this year against lefties is hitting .390. So you wonder why you have a lefty facing the best hitter in this lineup. Oh, you probably could, Abby, yep. Probably could. Built an all-prison team? Oh, yeah, they're got to be dominant. Yep. 0-1. Interrupting a sensitive process like turning off a fryer. Oh, I don't know. I know what you're talking about. I'm blanking on the name. 1-1 the count. You can easily tell it's fake. Yeah, who thinks it's real? Use code HMA. Abreu upstairs 2-1. Red Sox no hits this inning. They've gone on board with 3 walks. I would say fact though, Jackson. Because we watched the NBA rigging the lottery. Yeah, yeah. 2-1, Abreu. That one misses, but challenged by Dingler behind the plate. Disruption, maybe? It just popped the longest yard, yep. Dingler will win the challenge. It is a cold strike, so gets overturned. Did nudge the outer part of the zone, so 2-2 the count. Can Herder get out of this jam that Anderson left behind for walking 3 batters? See the Tigers struggling with Smile? Yep, they're struggling right now big time. 2-2. Abreu fouls it off. We stay alive. The pitch. Braves swing and a miss on the sweeper. Strikeout number 14. The Tiger pitchers today, and the Tigers can keep this within a manageable score, even with the bases loaded. They get this out here. Burt Reynolds, the only non-cameo performance I've seen an actor be in both the original and the remake. The only non-cameo? Yeah. Story, first pitch, swing and a miss on the sweeper 0-1. James Earl Jones. Mufasa. They didn't change the voice there. James Earl Jones did it for Lion King. Right, we all have similar credentials. Yeah, that would make it even better. Yeah. That'd be fun. 0 on that one, Jackson. Can a WWE actor sue an opponent if they accidentally inflict real injury? Nope, assumption of the risk. Unless they go off script. If they go off script, they can. Dingler's going to challenge this one. That did nudge the upper part of the zone, so 0-2. Tigers 3 for 3 on challenges so far. Unless they completely go off script. Oh, in front of the camera? Yeah. Top 4 be the Heat, Mavs, Warriors, and Thunder. Can you imagine? If it's the Thunder, I swear to God. 0-2. Story. Upstairs 1-2. That's crazy, Jackson. I guess they've like John Cena's like walking out, and then you tackle him during the walkout, and that's not supposed to happen. You could do that. 1-2. That one down low 2-2. No matter how stiff you try, it can still happen. Oh yeah, look, there was a whole case 30 years ago where Super Bowl 26, some fans didn't want to watch the halftime show, so they played flag football outside, and one person had to get, I think it was their leg amputated, or their finger amputated, because like they accidentally got tackled into they were playing touch football and they got pushed too hard. They got slammed into the snow or the pavement as a result, and they had to get something amputated. Subpoena for a copy of the script? I don't even know. Script says lightly slam. If there was, then no, I couldn't sue on that one. Couldn't sue that. 3-2. Federal will get the bond set, and we'll all be worse off for it. Full count. Red Sox have walked 3 times this inning. They won't walk here. Story, hard drive to short. He'll pick it up, throw to first, 6-3. So Herter gets out of the jam. We go bottom 7. Yeah, it was the day of Super Bowl 26. Right, even if they don't, the Thunder still are in a very good spot. But who won't watch more Magic? That's a great question. Well, you could watch it in living color at least. You could watch the counter program that Fox put on. That was pretty good. All right, I have to take off the audio. All right, here we go. Time to go out to the ball game. It's time to stretch. You guys know what the 7th inning means. Here we go. The Red Sox are winning, so you know what that means. All right. Red Sox are winning, so I figured, you know what? Gotta do it. Gotta do some Sweet Caroline if they're winning. No, they didn't sue the NFL in that one. They did not sue the NFL. They sued they were playing flag football. Jones is the pinch hitter, meanwhile, for Carpenter. 1-1 the count. They were playing touch football during the halftime show. The halftime show sucked, so they were playing touch football instead at halftime. And the person sued the person that tackled or pushed or whatever it was. What can't this man do? Yep. Can't play this, so I want to learn. Yeah, I did this I did this literally on a keyboard. It's not even on a, wasn't even on like an actual thing, just on a regular MIDI. I gotta get an actual MIDI at some point. If I win the 50K from Fox, the first thing I'm doing is getting a MIDI. I have no idea on that one, Sports Talk. Jones, swing and a miss on the sweeper inside. He gets set down. Leadoff man set down for the Tigers, and now some McKinstry up. The piano's awesome. First thing I'm getting, if I win the 50K, is a MIDI. First thing. I mean, I'm investing a solid 40K of that. But the first thing I'm getting is an actual MIDI. If I do get the Fox 50K. Maybe that could be a pitch to Fox. Like, if you need some late night content, I'll stream at late night. I'll stream until like 4 in the morning, do like some lo-fi thing. Second thing I'm doing, I don't even know. Never thought I'd get that far. The 999, I have not done the 999. I have, I know they're doing one for pizza. There's one minor league baseball team or college team in Connecticut that's doing it for pizza. You can do 9 slices of pizza in 9 innings. I'm like, challenge accepted. I do that anyways. If the lottery say MIDI your choice, beautiful. MIDI is like an actual keyboard, but it plugs into the computer. So it's like a MIDI is just an actual, it's like an actual keyboard, but it's just it attaches to the computer. Sweet Caroline makes the most sense for North Carolina teams. Yes, it does. Right, so I don't have to play on a keyboard. I can like do more on that too. I can play more stuff instead of being limited to like 12 notes. That one upstairs too. Pizza's harder than hot dog? Yes, because the crust is very filling. Once a Christian youth camp play tackle football once a kid actually broke their neck. Oh, that sucks. Oh man. Oh, tackle football, yeah. I'm sure they had like no proper protection or anything. 2-2 fouled off. Like I'm a Drunker Miller, love it. You may call any after this game ends? No, it does not. Goes till Saturday. 88 key MIDI? Oh, I would love that. That would be a fun one to have. I don't know if I could fit it, but 88 key MIDI. Yeah, it's got to be at least 5 octaves. I want an actual, like, I cannot do, I mean, I don't need 88 keys, but at least 5 octaves. It's going to end on Saturday during that. Yeah. Man, that sucks, Ben. We had, like, some dumb games we played as kids. 3-2, fouled off. Like, Red Rover is, like, the stupidest game in the world. That's one that people play, and, like, I played as a kid, and now I look back, I'm like, how dumb were we? Oh, geez, Sports Talk. I need a real piano? Yeah. Well, I have a piano at my parents' place. There's a grand piano at my parents' place. Yeah, they ban football after that? At least tackle football. 2-hand touch or flag, that's fine. Fouled off 3-2. Want 7 octaves? Nice. Yep. Because I would love to be able to like actually like make compositions on it, do some like lo-fi streams potentially. Just like jam. Some streams where just like no requests or anything. That one's outside, ball 4. I like the myth call UMAC. I like it. I like it. So ball 4 and Torque's coming up. Stereotypical sports food rest of my life. Would I eat baseball foods, basketball, or football? Basketball. Yeah, Red Rover, yeah. It's like, what's the point of the game? Yeah, you run through people's arms. And then what? Well, that's the game. You just run through people's arms. Yeah, one of my kids playing tackle unless they're actually good at it? Yep, I don't blame you there. A -23 at the Masters. Yeah, I don't think it's ever going to happen. I don't even think Tiger Woods could do that. Could become the new lo-fi girl. Well, even that, like just like streams where it's like, you know what? Just for like an hour, I'm just going to play some random stuff. Play some covers. You can request money for covers. We could do that. Could do that, right? They play Cottrell level, sure. Yeah, I get that. I completely get that. It's a first timer too. Yeah, that's everyone's dream. You know, Red Rover, you never played it. You have brain cells, which I did not have brain cells growing up. Learn all my dad's skill parts. Oh yes, I would definitely do that. First pitch, cutter, up on the upper part of the zone. Got the call 0-1. Yep, piano's one of them. Yep, there you go. There you go. Never got to play King of the Hill as a kid, but always so fun. King of the Hill's fun. Yeah, King of the Hill is fun. I've never played Big Ship Bomb. Never played that game. 0-1. Swing and a miss on the four-seamer upstairs. 0-2. Big Ben's podcast. I don't really watch a lot of podcasts. Cover Echoes by Pink Floyd. I don't think I know that song. I can learn it. But that'd be what I do. Just some music streams. Like late night music streams. Like 2 p.m., 2 a.m., 3 a.m. Just messing around. Take some requests. 1-2 the count. Yeah, you could do that sports talk before I got banned from all the from most of the casinos. 1-2 download 2-2. They have a game where you stand outside the fence and drink beer with 3 friends and sell propane accessories. They do, yes. That's King of the Hill. 20 minutes long. Oh, that's a long song. Okay, maybe not. Maybe I can't learn that. The Royal Family variant. They have a game called Family Guy where you just rattle off members of your family. 2-2. Torque, swing and a miss on the high fastball. Got him the chase upstairs. 94 on the gun. That's the second out. I'll send Young up to bat in the 9 spot with a runner on first. Yeah, that's the one game, if I'm never having kids, but if I did, I'm not going to ban them from doing the stuff that I did as a kid. I'm not going to ban them. It's like, you live and you learn, but I will ban it from Red Rover. That's the one thing. The one thing I would ban my kid from. I know people are, parents are, very protective now. The one thing I would ban him from is Red Rover. I'm like, you are not playing Red Rover. No, it's not even the gambling authority. It's the sportsbooks don't want you winning too much. 7 have 3 lower notes. You have the A, B, and the C. The lower, yep. First pitch. Misses low, 1-0. I'll tell you what. There you go, Michael. Perez is the pinch hitter replacing Young. He'll lay off that sweeper inside 2-0. Player over, go to my room. Well, it's more like I'm not gonna help you if you get hurt. I can't ban you from playing it, but I'm not gonna help you if you get hurt. 2-0, Perez lifts it into shallow left center field and chasing that one down, sliding to make the grab is Rafaela. Red Sox defense standing on its head. What is Red Rover? Okay, here's what Red Rover is. I can diagram Red Rover. I played this game as a kid all the time growing up. I have no idea how or why we thought it was a good idea. You know, you can impersonate him. Red Rover is a game where... Okay, here's how you play Red Rover. Okay? Here's a photo of Red Rover. There's 2 teams. One on this side, one on this side. The team on this side picks someone to run. They have to run through people's arms and try and get them to not interlock their arms. It's like football without something makes football safe. Yep. And if the arms fall off, you're out. Last team standing wins. So it's just, you create a wall with your arms and try to run through people's arms. And everyone's interlocked. And you can't let go, and if you let go, you're out. It's a genius idea for a game. I don't know what we were thinking as kids playing this. I don't know. I don't know if this generation plays Red Rover. I don't know if, Gen Alpha, Gen Z plays Red Rover. We played it. It's dumb. Looking back on it, it's like our parents' version of lawn darts with, this is dumb. Why did we think this was a good idea? River's crossing between door and arch. I don't know what that game is. Yeah, I don't know what that game is. Cross between a door and an arch? Yeah, I'm not sure what that is. No, this is you send a player and you run through people's arms. It's who in their right... There's nothing fun about it, too. You're just running through people's arms. Wait, Simon says this is fun. Where the grip of us were much weaker. Yep. You build a wall Red Rover, does Mexico pay for it? Yes, it does. Simon says it's fun. You never played Red Rover? Good. Yeah. Your generation played Red Rover too? Oh, man. So stupid. I don't know what we were thinking. That's the one game I will let my... If I have kids... Again, I'm not having kids, but I would let my kids play in a game, live and learn. Like, it's a part of being youth. Like, go outside, have fun, be a kid. Foursquare was good. Foursquare was fun. But I would never let him play Red Rover. Yep. Red Rover and College, whatever. Yep. Exactly. Yeah, the other team gets to pick who you send over. You put both the O-line and D-line 10 yards apart. Yep. It's like Oklahoma drills. But without people who know how to run Oklahoma drills. First pitch misses down low. New pitcher in is Finnegan. Yeah, Foursquare was good. Yeah, very dangerous base, so very dangerous. Pain is fun. Like, you just dislocate your wrist and your arm. I don't know how I never got hurt. I never got hurt playing Red Rover. I don't know how. Count my lucky stars. 1-0, Yoshida lays off the splitter, called strike 1-1. You know, it gets even worse sexy. Yeah, it's crazy. You know, it's not going to die down for a while. A group of Raiders are playing Simon Says. The player gets out when he starts charting after word attack, not pursued by Simon Says. Nice. They don't do Oklahoma anymore. Nope. Coaches realize it's an injury risk waiting to happen. They don't do Oklahoma. And teaches you nothing about the game. Popped up in the shallow right field underneath for the first out is Carpenter. I don't know, he's playing right because Carpenter got replaced. Is that Perez? Perez is playing right, so that's out number 1. Either way, leadoff man sit down. Best version to take me out to the ballgame? Best version? The one that jinxed the Cubs in 03 Game 6. Root for the champions. That was smart. Yeah, leads to a Lucy Charlie Brown situation. It does. Yeah, but no, Oklahoma drills got... teams stopped running them a while ago, which is smart. It's like, yeah, we're never going to teach you. Like, it doesn't apply to anything. There's nothing applicable about it. And guys are just getting hurt left, right, and center. Rafael up to bat. Lays up the first pitch 1-0. Like, other games you get hurt, but, like, it happens. I see the fun in it. And, like, injuries happen in sports. Yeah, Josh Lemon do Oklahoma drill. Yes, he would. But Red Rover is... The whole point of the game is just designed to get you hurt. People call big ship bombs fall somewhere between Octopus Tag and Red Rover. Yeah. In i6 keyboard, that would be nice. Yeah. 2-0. Rafaela called strike on the fastball. Is he going to challenge? He did tap the helmet. Not sure that was an adjustment. I think it was just an adjustment. Favorite AC/DC song? Oh, that's tough. It wasn't winning yet. You know, Tree spot me. Well, we met up. Well, we met up. He didn't, like, spot me at the draft. We texted. We met up. I was like, where do you want me to meet you? I'm like, I can meet you here. It's like, okay, let's do it. It's like, it wasn't like he came out of nowhere. Favorite AC/DC song? Man, that is tough. I'm going to say check swing didn't offer. And Red Sox get a 5-pitch walk, Rafaela. Yeah, Bo Murray is the first base, yeah. The Sky's first pick went to Kentucky. Sky can't do anything for you. They know they cannot. I'm going to say there's a man at my bar that does a cover of Back in Black. It sounds better. I played on stream. It sounds better than the original. I think Back in Black's my favorite. But Thunderstruck is also there. Dirty Deed's a great song, too. Back in Black or Thunderstruck are my top 2. First pitch, misses down low, 1-0. Yeah, I go with Thunderstruck or... I can't believe Thunderstruck was 1990. Oh, yeah, You Shook Me All Night Long. Oh, I forgot about... Yeah, I'm actually going to go with that. I'm going to go with You Shook Me All Night Long. I'm going to go You Shook Me All Night Long. Let me change my answer on that. I'm going You Shook Me All Night Long. Now misses down low, 2-0. What will Spirit folding do to sports? I think it's definitely going to hurt a lot of college conferences that are very spread out with alignment, but don't have the money. Yeah, I saw the draft vid. Yeah, that was a cool vid. Yeah. Matt Lynch was Back in Black. Didn't know that. It's Long Way to Top. I love that one. I was first introduced to that song from School of Rock. Great movie, by the way. And it's coming on the bench again. Makes sense. Besides Sweating Bullets, Symphony. I'm going to go Symphony on that one. A General Hospital musical number? Yeah. Bond Scott or Brian Johnson? I'll take Brian Johnson, but that's close. Runner goes. Another stolen base by the Sox. It's their 4th in the last 2 innings. They're running on this pen. Runner in scoring position here. It's Rafael, another one. Mozzarella 6 or Garlic Knots? Probably Garlic Knots. 12 Mighty Orphans? I've not seen that, no. Dirty Deeds Done with Sheep? Yes. Yeah, I like stuff like that. Yeah, I do like Squidward doing My Way. Like, I do like it for stuff like that. Sports talk. Rethink a trip to Europe. I'm going to stay for next year. With fuel prices, I get that. Paraplatypus plush, it is on the floor. I keep it on the floor. Yeah, they're both very good, but very different. Very different bands. Pizza or Calzone Pizza, not even close. You sure how long you think about the Muppets? Not me. Now Mrs. Stanlow 3-1. Golden Temple will not run the Preakness. Yeah, they gotta push the Preakness back and Belmont back. Because these horses are not running the crown anymore. And it's not good for the sport. He was still the same quality of drummer, Michael, regardless. Spaghetti or salad spaghetti. Dirty Deeds of the Thunder Chief. 3-1 outside, and it's another 5-pitch walk. And no one can find the zone right now for the Tigers out of the pen. Narvaez's coming up. Bottom of the order, doing its job for the Red Sox. It got the scoring start in the 3rd inning. And now it's getting on board here. We got that plush Disney, like years ago. Cash or credit. I don't use a credit card. I actually don't use a credit card. I want to know, like, if I can't afford it, I can't afford it. I want to know where my money is at all times. So, I'm working on that. I am going to get a credit card. But I use debit. Like, I'm one that if I had a credit card, like, there's the fear that, okay, I don't know my spending. Even though I do. Like, I know my spending. I know it, like, the back of my hand. What I spend on everything. But it's like... Right, being a Jags fan is not fun for mental health. Yeah, it's worse than Red Rover on my mental health. Yeah. Why is counter for change now? Because owners now are starting to realize if my horse just wins the Derby and then sits out the rest, I can sell it for a lot. Versus before. High chopper, back to the pitcher. High throw to second, gets one, gets the second. 1 pitch for the double play. Narvaez's not the fastest guy in the world. So easily turned there. 1-6-3. You said as well, yeah. Red Sox have a challenge. They're not going to use it. Yeah, it could be coming back to the last shot. Yeah, I love those games like that. Always games we don't do. The Muppets, to me, the best one was Bohemian Rhapsody. That was the best one. I mean, you should sell your season tickets. I mean, unless you're going to every game, like, you're not making money off the tickets. Would I date one? I wouldn't date one, but look, people can live their lives however they want. Toasted. People can live their lives however they want. I have no problem with them. They're harmless. No problem. It's not my cup of tea in terms of dating style, but look, people can live, as long as they're not harming anyone, live how you want. Free country. I don't care. Like, when people make life choices, it's like, okay, are you harming anyone else? No? Go right ahead. Yeah, post-accident, yeah, he was better, yeah. Manage if you win the Derby race for the Preakness. That could be animal abuse. You can't mandate that. It's the only sport where season tickets make sense. I don't know about that. I mean, there is... NBA, depending on the team. Definitely depending on the team in the NBA, like the Knicks, Lakers, and whatnot, where it's going to sell out. I don't think we need to phase out horse racing. I don't think we need to phase it out. It's exciting. It's not even animal abuse. There are horses that they're made to run. It's not animal abuse. I know exactly how it acts. Doesn't mean I agree with it, but just because you have the right to do something doesn't mean it's always wants to exercise it. Yeah, exactly. That's life in general. It's life in general. I mean, look, I could theoretically order 10 pizza pies right now and eat them all. Doesn't mean it's wise, but it's not harming anyone. Like, okay, live your life. Your horse racing's awesome to watch. Kelly, the new pitcher for the Red Sox. He'll face the top of the order with McGonigal. He's 0 for 3 today. The rookie sensation lays up the first pitch for a cold strike 0-1. Well, they won a game, but they're in trouble right now. Zach Kelly, this is 13th game of the season. And I'm with you on Alex, yep. 0-1, that one outside, 1-1. It's the best rich people sport, yes. 1-1 to McGonigal. Way outside on the sweeper, 2-1. He's 0 for 3 tonight. Right, it should be sports talk. In an ideal society, it should be. 2-1, upstairs 3-1. In an ideal society, but as we've learned, the bar is in hell. (3-1). McGonigal rips it down the right field line and a sliding grab again by Abreu. This Red Sox outfield has stopped 4 hits. Abreu with a great jump. He does it again. The glove is like a magnet to him right now. Abreu's been standing on his head this series. Yesterday with the bat, today with the glove. And now Vierling coming up. First pitch. Misses low, 1-0. Yeah, we are a dancer, yep. Are we human or are we dancer? I love that one. 1-0. Vierling lays off the cutter upstairs, 2-0. You're not wrong on sports talk. I think people, I think now with social media, you figure out more problems that you've never been exposed to before. 2-1 the count. It's that pitch on the bottom part of the zone called strike. Like before, if you live in New York, you wouldn't know anything about what's going on with a random town in Wyoming, unless there's like a triple murder or something like that. But now with Twitter and 147 News, you do it, and it makes problems bigger than what they actually are. 3-1 the count. That pitch misses outside. (3-1). That one misses down low on the cutter. 5-pitch walk. And Vierling gets on board. I don't know if I trust Stephanie. I don't know if I would trust Stephanie to run the country. Angelica, I could. Angelica, in a weird way, I could see working out. Stephanie, no. She would be a dictator. If you don't like Taylor Swift, you go to the gulag. Do I think this is going to become a pandemic? I think they handled it horribly. I think they have to quarantine everyone on the boat. I think you don't let anyone off that boat. Give them all the supplies and the food they need, but you don't let anyone off that boat. The fact that people got let off the boat is crazy to me. I don't think it's going to become a pandemic, but so what happened the last time? Because her mom, with Angelica, I mean, she's also smart. I mean, Angelica, to be fair, she was like 2 years old. That's chopped foul down the first base line, 1-1. So I feel like she would mature into the role. You blame me for being hungry. I mean, I'm hungry all the time, so I don't blame you there. Yeah, the Adele game was incredible. I saw that one. That was nuts. Where he went to the stands. That was nuts with Adele. Sixers up by 1 after 3. We'll see. You don't like every single Taylor song, you get burned alive. I think the exception is me. I think if you don't like me, she'll give you a pass on that one. I think that's the one she's like, you know what, I might be okay with that. But you better like every other song. But if you don't like me, I can live with that. It doesn't transfer between humans except for the variant. The question is how many variants are there going to be? Right, exactly, Sports Talk, yeah. Exactly. Sixers winning tonight would be crazy. Take a game at the Garden after being exhausted without Embiid would be nuts. Now misses down low 3-1. There you go, that one, Dexy. Yep. From a person from 2032, let's go. Red Sox challenged that one. That did miss slow. So they're out of challenges. And that was very clearly low. Not even close. It was off by more than 2 inches. But ready for it? No. People love that song. Me is the only one. Like, I had to spoil the Eras tour for night 2, because we knew the set list from night 1. And, she didn't want to know anything about what the concert was, but, she was playing the whole car ride. I hope she doesn't play me. And I'm like, just going to spoil this when she doesn't play me. He's famous. burn Kanye alive for that one. Keith walks on 5 pitches, so back-to-back walks, and Kelly's in a bit of a jam right now with Riley Green 2 for 3 coming up. How does someone contract it? I don't know. There's someone with rat droppings, but... Green, fouled off down the left field line. I know we're about to have a World Cup in New York with a lot of rats in the subway system. Titanium with another donation with a 10. I appreciate you a 10 on that one. Always remember, social media is designed to give you something mad about. Oh, exactly. Oh, Twitter is king at that. Twitter is like designed for rage baiting. 100,000%. Yeah, worth it to... it doesn't give you like stuff to like worth being mad about. Oh, to the count. Yeah, Twitter is like... The algorithm knows, like, what grinds their gears. It will do that. Did you get a notification I was streaming? That's odd. Yeah, YouTube's weird like that sometimes. 0-2. That one misses outside on the 4-seamer 1-2. Ready for it ruins mood? I mean, the beat's great on that one. Ready for it. The beat is incredible. What's the worst to do as president? I give Skylar an important position. Skylar runs the Department of Education. Wait, I didn't realize Gene Hackman's wife died from that. I didn't realize it was from that. 1-2. Green, fouled off down the third base line. If I actually heard NHH in passing by now? I don't know what song that is. NHH. OT, no, I'm going to DMX right after this. Yeah, they met the Marlins too. They need a new owner. I'm with you. I suck at laser tag. Problem with laser tag is that you don't know what you hit or not. Laser tag, you're just guessing. 1-2. Same problem like the Buzz Lightyear game. It's like, it's just all lasers. Swing and a miss. Strikes out there, and that's out number 2. Dingler with 2 on and 2 out. Trying to give the Tigers any run support going into the 9th. Dingler 0 for 3 today. Yeah, 6-6 is close right now, too. First pitch, called strike on the bottom part of the zone on the cutter, 0-1. So nice. I mentioned appreciate the difference. Yep. They, MLB allows you to broadcast 3D, which is awesome. I mean, that might cause some trouble, Michael. Might cause some trouble. 0-1, that one, 0-2. Easy and small group, big group is Chaos, Lester, and teams. Yeah. I think it depends how big the map is. Depends how big the laser tag map is. Remember, I play like a camper. I'm the guy in Mario and Smash Bros. That's just going to camp. 0-2, sweeper, outside 1-2. Yes, it will, Sports Talk, yep. It's very good at that, unfortunately. Jeremy was considering a ban on laser tag and paintball for being too violent. Jeez. 1-2. Down low on the sinker, misses 2-2. Yeah, that's crazy. Your Call of Duty Semper, yep. New Star Fox game out, it's alright. Never played Star Fox games, never played them. 2-2. 2 on, 2 out, 2 balls, 2 strikes. How is laser tag violent? I don't even know. So you can't make contact. You're not allowed to make contact in laser tag. 2-2. Dingler, swing and a miss on the cutter. Might have been a foul tip. Either way. Kelly gets salvage jam. We go top 9. Red Sox. 3 outs away from their 3rd straight win against Detroit. This series. Laser tag can be fun, yeah. You got rammed into with a gun. It was yeah, that must hurt like hell. Him with a little red light, I'm so hurt. It's a gateway drug to buying a laser pointer and shooting it at planes. Laser tag is a gateway drug. to then just aiming laser pointers at people. Yeah, no, nothing worse than that feeling. Yep. I agree with you, Michael. Yep. So we go top 9 here with the 9-1-2 hitters due up. Ooh, 119 the last 20. Oof. They played it like 4 or 5 times. I'm not good at it. I feel like the instructions take longer than the actual game. I feel like the waiting period, like in terms of like, okay, here are the rules, here's how you shoot, here's how you do all that. And you have 5 minutes to go. Like it takes longer for that. Burge Smith, the new pitcher. Make that the national anthem? Wouldn't hate it. First pitch, Durbin. 1 pitch, ground on a third, hard hit ball, but corralled cleanly, 5-3 on the out. 1 pitch, 1 out, leadoff man set down. Knicks now lead by 2. Back and forth game there. Duran coming up back to the top of the order. He's 0 for 3 today. Yeah, Frank's your advisor. Wouldn't hate that at all. I like the way you can play rigged arcade games. I mean, some of them are rigged. I do like the racing game. That's not rigged. The machine. The one where I don't know the name of the game, but it's the one where it's a racing game. It doesn't really narrow it down. The one's gonna narrow it down 2-1. There's every time you hit a checkpoint, or like the starting line, it's an animated girl in a bra, and then the voice says checkpoint every time you hit. You know the racing game? Yep, after the D-backs game. 3-1 the count. Like, you know the game I'm talking about? F-Zero? No, not F-Zero. Oh, what was that game? Cruisin'? Yeah, that sounds like the one. I think it's Cruisin'. Yep. Cruisin'. Yep, that's the game. Cruisin'. Yep, that's the one. That was a great arcade game. That was a good one. The machine had that. I was going to play that. Yeah, that's Cruisin'. Yep. Looked it up, I'm like, yep, that's the game. That's the game. Easy enough. 3-2, full count to Duran. Upstairs, another walk drawn by the Red Sox off this Tigers pen. Or the Valentine airball. Oh, jeez. The Red Sox only have 4 hits this game, but they've walked 7 times. You know, there were so many different variations of games like that. First pitch, Contreras fouls off down the third base line, 0-1 the count. Man with 4 balls cannot walk. Yep. Yeah, they would be in the hospital. That's like Randy Marsh, like with a wheelbarrow. Yeah, the treehouse. Yes, I saw that. We did the I was in that video. I was there. Fouled off down the right field line, 0-2. 11 total bases. Yep. 7 walks and I think 4 stolen bases. I wouldn't hate that, Michael. Well, I hate the Steelers winning the Super Bowl, but I wouldn't hate raising a terrible towel. 0-2. Yeah, we only breaks at some point, Jackson. To the count. Contreras. He's 0 for 2 today. He'll foul it off down the right field line. It's crazy because the first 6 innings, the Red Sox only walked 1 time. They struck out 13 times. Everything's changed since the 7th. He comes behind you and says, yes. Whoa, because we were meeting up. I was going to meet him at the at a different spot. I didn't realize he was coming all the way up. I was going to meet him around at the barrier, and he came up to the thing. Finally, yeah, I'm really revisited. Let's go. Well, I think so too, Michael. Look, if Obama said he was going to the Super Bowl if the Bears beat the Packers in 2010. Got him, Sports Talk. Got him. Because I was texting Drew, I was like, where do you want to meet? I'm like, okay, I can get to the, like, I can meet you at the barrier if you want. And I was going to the barrier, and then he just, like, walked up behind me. I'm like, oh, yeah, easy enough. 0-2. Contreras chops it foul again down the third base line. Yeah, phrasing on that one. Big time phrasing there. But you just want consistency? Yep, I'm the same way. Same way. Stop at your Contreras getting looked at by the training staff. He's going to stay out there, it looks like. He a bit awkwardly after that swing. It was a shot foul. It was slammed down his wrist. President, if you were president of Cowboys by the Super Bowl, I would go to the game. I would. $8 million on Super Bowl. Open a JJ arcade full of cruising. Yes. I mean, $8 million? If we raise $8 million in one stream, I would 100% do it. If I get $8 million, I'm buying an arcade machine. I'm buying a Golden Tee machine or a cruiser machine. Giant laser tape clickbait. Oh, that'd be a fun one. If Sixers lead by 3. 0-2. Contreras, swing and a miss on the sweeper. 2 out. I'll send Abreu up. Up tied again, 99-0. He said Blitz. Yeah, well, Blitz, I've thought about getting Blitz. I just don't know where I would put it. But I have thought about getting a Blitz machine. I found some online, and it's like, oh, like, this isn't too bad. It's a question of where do I put the thing. Now an outside 1-0. I'm running out of corners to put stuff in. It's like one spot I could conceivably put it in. 1-1 called second bomb part of the zone. You pinball machine? Yep. I buy the South Park pinball machine. I buy the South Park one. The one I'm thinking of is apparently, and the company's from Arizona, called Strike 1-2. Don't give liquid ideas. Nope. You can put a jumbotron in your place. I'm thinking about doing that. Moving again to a penthouse. Yep. A Twilight Zone pinball machine. Yep. Better on a cheap Bruce from Matt and the Jets real louder. Bruce. 1-2 Abreu into left center field. That is not going to get down. Tracking that down is Veerling. I had fond memories of South Park pinball, but then again, I was like very young, so that might be different. Might be different now. We go bottom 9. And a pinball table? That'd be pretty cool. Yeah, I would do that. Allergic to migraines. Yeah, migraines suck. I know from experience they suck. Yeah, after this, I'm hopping off, but then we're going to be live for OT afterwards. After I get back from the D-backs game. But, what was I going to say? Yeah, apparently there's a company you can buy a Jumbotron and put it in your apartment. Like, you buy, like, 4 32-inch TVs. You, like, put them into slots, and then you just hang it up. I have to figure out, like, where the electrical out in the ceiling would be. Because you have to like do some stuff. I have to figure out, okay, where could I even put that? Like, because you have to like plug it to the ceiling. And it's like, okay, I have to figure out where the electricity in my ceiling is. I'm like, you know what? It's not. That might be a next place thing, not a this place thing. You come home early from DVAX when we start with dealer? Yes. Yes. Absolutely. Right, so whenever I get back. Whenever I get back. Jones, 6, 7, 8 hitters due up here. Jahmai Jones. I'll like there's the company like literally is based in Arizona. Yeah, they're called the Mini Jumbo Truck Company. I'm thinking it's like, okay, like I'm like, this might be something. I just want to get a little bit more insane. But I don't think that's happening. 6, 7, 8 hitters still up here. Righty on ready to start. First pitch swinging. Grounder to short. 6, 3 on the out. There's a Mission Impossible arcade game. I did not know that. Weiser, the new pitcher, by the way. Red Sox 2 outs away from slamming the door on this thing. Put a Clipper sailboard in my apartment. Oh, man. I would do that. I've thought about getting another glance scroll above my kitchen. Because there's like a giant like vertical ball, or horizontal thing that I could just put a glance LED on. If I want a second one. Yeah, air hockey table, pool table, billiards table, bar stand, food. Yep. Again, if I ever get a house, I know exactly how I'm constructing the man cave. I know exactly how I'm constructing the basement. I know exactly how I'm doing it. Pirates 7 run score per game. Yep. They're good. They should be able to get to Soroka tonight. If they can get past the sweeper, they should be okay. 1-1 the count to McKinstry. It's like if I ever get like a big home, it's gonna look like a Hall of Fame and half Hall of Fame. The Waltron, yeah, Waltron looks cool. Half Hall of Fame, half like game room with the jerseys like framed around. Yeah, the 5 set TV with one giant one in the middle. Yeah, that's cool. That was kind of what my college had. McKinstry pops it up to third, and that's the second out. Not as long as Sherman's there, nope. You found Sega Daytona? Oh, man. You know what I need? I need an arcade machine of the Penn and Teller racing game. I need a machine, arcade machine of Penn and Teller Desert Bus. That's the one I need. If they make an arcade machine of Penn and Teller Desert Bus, I'm buying that. I don't care how much it costs. I'm buying that. Fouled off 0-1. If you know, you know on that one. Do they even make an arcade machine for that? That'd be amazing. 0-1. Torque lifts it into foul ground down the right field line. Can't make the grab. Going into the Tarpus Contreras. Can't make the grab. They should put that in arcades just to like swindle kids out of their money. Never came out as an arcade game? Boo. MSC going crazy. Yep, 2-point game. Defense now coming alive. Only 2 points for the last 3 minutes. Brunson crossing over. Fade away, Brunson. Oh, that's clean. At Daytona USA, yeah, I love that game. Tile network that connects almost every building on campus, so you never have to go outside. Nice. 0-2 fouled off. We stay alive again. That's definitely the risk of it. Yeah, Daytona USA is a fun one. The Desert Bus greatest game ever. Magic Brunson, yep. Edgecombe, 3 at the top of the key. That's short. Rebound by Hart. All right, here we go. Brunson's going to take it down. This could be the moment here for the next. It's going to call timeout. Fouled off again. We stay alive at 0-2. Yeah, you guys give me ideas if I get the 50K from Fox. You're giving me ideas. I'm investing 40K of it. But 10K, it's going to be like, okay. That was an exact reaction. Yep. 0-2. Torque. Low. On the sinker. 1-2. On the strike 3 call. Not going to get it. We'll do OT later tonight after the D-backs game. Yep, they went 4-2. Yep, they were on the front foot from the start in that one. 1-2. Torque. Lifts it into center. Underneath it is Rafaela, and that's the final out. John Connors. I will go John Connors on that one. Red Sox get the sweep. They take it 4-0. They hold the Tigers just 4 hits, and Sonny Gray, his first game off the IL, is a good one. I don't can't. No, doesn't cost more. I think some of the cabinets cost like 2K. So, appreciate you guys a ton for tuning in. JG9 set off. I'll see you guys in about 3 hours when I get back from the D-backs game. Take care. See you guys soon. Red Sox get the sweep. They win 4-0.